Well,
Let's get
hey, don't fall far from the tree, right? yo, yo, what's up with y'all? How we feeling today? How was the weekend, fellas?
My weekend was great. Dolphins got a win. UFC judges proved me right that they can't judge for jack shit. Honestly, they be out there blind judging games. I mean, judging fights. But yeah, Dolphins got a win. That's all that matters. Big fans.
Hey, Dolphins, all right.
I've been trying to tell. I be trying to tell
Dolphins, all
everybody.
right.
That's
I've
not
Hey,
been
but
trying
not
to say it.
Tyreek can't do.
y'all was gonna be all right last year. If Tua ain't get roughed up like that.
Very true. I tried. We was what 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, and then he goes down with the concussion and throw a whole season off. But no one wanted to hear me, man.
Nah, y'all nice for real. Yo, Chill Town, what's the word?
10-0 against the Rams. We own them. 10-0. 10 wins, 0 losses. Aaron Donald, the reigning defensive player of the year. The last 3 seasons, 3.5 tackles, 3 assists. These how many times he hit the quarterback. You know how many tackles he had yesterday? These how many tackles he had yesterday. You know how many times he hit the quarterback yesterday, Damo? These how many times he hit the quarterback yesterday.
Hey, so shut down Brock Purdy walking around like ain't no scratch on me, baby.
Brock Purdy walking around like y'all doing what y'all was supposed to do. Should have gave me the ball right from the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm the guy. Mars Blackman, what up, brother?
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Yo, Ticket TV, what's going on?
What's good, Playboy?
Mm-hmm.
What's up? Talk to us, man. How you feeling today?
I'm cool. You know what it is.
Hell yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Damo, by the way, Damo, get Zach Wilson off my TV. I ain't playing with you.
Oh
Get-
yeah,
get him off my TV.
apologize about that. I know when Aaron went down, I came on here and I was like, "Hey man, it's okay. Zach playing." Let me be honest. I didn't watch that Jets game against the Bills to see how Zach played. I seen later in highlights, and I watched Zach Wilson play again. Hey man, y'all better call Kaepernick at that point. I'd rather have Kaepernick out there. I'd rather have one of us out there. I'd rather have Cam Newton out there. Hey, Tim Tebow can be out there for all I care.
Get Zach Wilson.
Get Zach Wilson off the field. That was correct. I'm
Get
sorry.
Zach
I was wrong. He is not ready to play football.
Not at that level, he's not.
Anybody want to talk about the man, the myth, the legend himself? Do we want to talk about the Sanders?
I love Deion. I love everything they doing over there. But could you get them niggas off the field?
No, they can't, yo. The philosophy is we're gonna score more than you. We ain't gonna be able to stop you.
I'm talking about Offset and could you just back up?
Did you see him in the locker room afterwards? Master P, the whole crew. It was like we was in the hood.
Like I said, I love Prime. I always have loved Prime since I was this big. I love Prime. I love the flamboyance. I love I love everything about Prime. Always have. But brother,
why can't they be on the field?
Yeah,
in Austin, Texas, Matt McConaughey be all on the field.
And I'll be like,
get all over the Longhorn. Like, why can't they be on the field?
Let's not turn it into
what's
one
the
of
difference?
It's
What's the difference?
I'm
all
talking,
the other boosters be on the field.
I say that for everybody. I'm not just saying it. I'm talking about him. I'm talking about him because it's happening right now. I'm talking about that. When Matt McConaughey be out there in Texas doing all, I'll be like, man, watch out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
So because it just be too much. I'm with it for like all professional stuff. You know what I'm saying? When it's what you call it, like professional. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these kids are just that. They're kids. They get distracted easily. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, y'all focus. After the game, during the week, we have fun and all that, and I love that. Like I said, I'm all for it. But when it's game time, though, man, y'all just back up. You know what I'm saying? Let the team.
What this sound like?
If you're not calling no plays, get off my sideline. That's all I'll be saying.
This sound like me talking about Wemby with his hair. That's what this sound like.
This is way different. This is way different.
Chill. Flip the script on.
That's not the same thing. This is what all I'm saying is just like, and I've been saying it, it's too distracting. Like these kids, these kids are just that. They're kids. When you got Shador running around putting watches in people's faces, then you got the other kids that might not be as talented as Shador. You know what I'm saying? They trying to do the same thing they see. That's what I'm saying. Like all these kids are not going to be in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? All these kids are not as.
That doesn't matter though.
It does
let
matter,
it be
bro,
a distraction. Let it be a distraction
sports.
first. Let it be a distraction before you just say, "Oh, these kids will get distracted." Last time I checked, they're 2-0. Last time I checked, they're playing.
No, Damo.
It's like
3-0. I'm sorry. Last time I checked, they're 3-0. They're playing football. The crowd loves it. You're in a situation and in a system that was dog crap and no one cared about for as long as I can remember. I've never heard someone talk about Colorado as a college team unless we're talking about lacrosse or golf.
If Offset's not on the sideline in the middle of the shit, they're still going to talk about Colorado. Deion Sanders is there. They're good enough. They're a good team.
But this is for the school. This is for the new culture he's trying to set.
With Offset on the sideline. With Offset on the sideline, they're going to talk about.
He's trying to bring to the school. Let him have it.
Well, not only that, you just said it. You just said it yourself, Damo. You just said it yourself. Nobody cares about them. So with that being said, with Offset not on the sideline and with Coach Prime on the sideline, they're going to talk about them. But with Offset on the sideline, we never see Kawhi Leonard in the offseason. Kawhi Leonard was on the sideline in Colorado.
We never see him off the sideline too.
We never see Kawhi Leonard in the offseason. So the fact that we got Kawhi Leonard, the fact that we got Shannon Sharp, the fact that we got all these guys on the sideline, guess what's that doing? That's talking about Colorado even more than what we already talking about them. And that's the idea. Because let's be clear about one thing. All of those recruits that Nick Saban and the head coach at USC and Michigan and Georgia, if those got offensive linemen, if Deion Sanders, if Coach Prime is in that kid's living room, he ain't coming to Michigan. He ain't coming to Colorado. He ain't coming to Alabama. He going to Colorado. Because if Coach Prime get a hold of him, it's a wrap.
So
this is part of it.
Y'all saying Offset's part of the recruitment package?
Yes. This is part of
it. Hey, damn Offset. They had Louisiana on the sideline. Damn Offset.
So come here. Y'all can kick with Offset during the game. All right, that's cool.
You can come to the school because we have that connections with celebrities. You can have your favorite celebrity pull up and watch your game right there after you score a big play. You dap up your teammates and look, oh my God, I dapped up the Rock after throwing a 60-yard bomb. What the hell? This is crazy. I can't get this anywhere else. TC the Don said it the best. It is a recruitment strategy, and we're gonna see if it works. I have no problem with it until it's a problem. If we see it's a problem, then cool. If these kids show that it's a problem, cool, we can do that. But just assuming because you feel it would be a problem, that it's a problem down there.
Well, that's how assumptions work. If I think it's a problem, that's how assumptions work. I'm not going to assume something from Mars. I'm assuming it for how I look at some shit.
But at least get some evidence first. At least
that's the evidence. The evidence is right there. The evidence is right there. Kids get distracted. That's.
But these aren't kids. These are young men turning into grown men. That's what these are. These aren't kids.
That's a baby. If you're 18, you're a baby.
How many true freshmen do you think are on that Colorado team?
If you're still a child, you're still young, bro. That's why when you do recruitment trips, when you sit down and they tell the mom, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna take care of this young man. I'm gonna take care of this. He's a kid. I'm gonna take care of him. I'm gonna look after him. If these weren't kids, then you wouldn't have to say that to their moms. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's not that big a deal for y'all to be getting all flustered and shit. I'm just saying like, I look on the sideline and I'm like, what is this nigga Offset getting interviewed for in the middle of the second quarter?
Man, like you said best, man. That's show business, man.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not show business. It's football.
No, it's not football. That's what you're missing, Big Ox. You think that all of these people that come to the arena, they just come to watch football? No, this is entertainment. You're trying to sell me the logic that it's student athlete. No, it ain't. It's athlete who happens to be a student. There's a reason why all our games are on TV.
No, he just happened to be there.
None of our games were on TV last year. There's a reason why the stadium is filled this year. It wasn't filled last year. The reason why it's full is because the stuff that we got going on now. And now with the NCAA, with this name, image, and likeness, now I can enhance that because I got these other guys on the sideline. And whatever brand you trying to enhance, I'm gonna help you do that. And this is part of the recruitment process. Absolutely. 100% it is.
Until I see Coil Rays and Meg the Stallions and Bundle of Britneys walking and shutting down the side, Sexy Reds strutting up the sideline during the game, then I'm gonna have issues. I'm like, all right,
hey, Damo, it's coming.
Some distractions.
What's the difference?
It's coming, Pepper. I mean, Damo.
I mean, depending on that person's preference, I guess. I mean, if you prefer offset or whatever, and that's that kind of distraction for you, then we can have that conversation. But for the most part, until we have women like that shutting down the sideline for the most part of the game, that might be a dangerous.
So that's where we draw the line. That's where we draw the line. No women on the
I would draw the line there.
We ain't doing that. Nah, we ain't doing that.
So
I would draw the line there.
Coach ain't doing that.
All right, bro. So that's
Coach Prime ain't doing that.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Nah, Coach ain't doing that.
I mean, I feel like Offset and Quality would be there.
That's where we draw the line. Is Megan
I mean,
Stallion.
I honestly feel like Offset and
The
The Rock are going to hype up and play football. Sexy Red and Ice Spice are going to definitely have you wanting to do something else other than football.
They can't be football fans.
Even if they are football fans,
just because she got a body on her, she can't be a football fan. Why? Because the kids they might get distracted.
I'll tell you what I will get distracted by. I will be distracted more. I will be distracted more by Megan Thee Stallion than I'll be distracted by Offset, because Offset is my man. Offset is in the neighborhood. Megan Thee Stallion ain't walking around in my neighborhood looking like that when I'm trying to work. No.
All right.
Ox, my thing is distraction or not, either way it goes, you got to go out there, lace your shoes up, and hit somebody. You got to go out there and make plays. So whether it's a high school game, because these kids, LeBron pull up to AAU games, D-Wade pull up to AAU games. All these other Can I finish my statement? Can I finish my statement, Tiki? Hey, Tiki, can I finish my statement? Hey, we was just watching the Nike World Festival. Did y'all see that? Devin Booker, KD, Chet Holmgren, Josh Giddey, all of them guys pulled up. Them kids still had to hoop. So no matter what, you still got to perform. Hey, just like Colorado had to perform while Offset was on the field, Colorado State had to perform while Offset was on the field too. Everybody got to play no matter what. So I'm like, if it's a distraction for us, it's a distraction for them, and we used to it. So it's more a distraction for them than it is a distraction for us. So I mean, I really don't see the big deal personally. And on top of that, it's an attraction. We must see TV.
Colorado State, by the way, boo to Colorado State and boo to that coach. Y'all was suckers. Y'all made the game dirty. You had a bunch of headhunters out there, and you didn't play football, and that's why you got your ass kicked. And by the way, that's 5-0 against Colorado State. 5-0 since y'all haven't beaten them in 5 tries. So I'm good on Colorado State, and I'm good on that coach. And I think that's going to wreck recruiting for you, because the way you handle yourself, the way you handle those kids, and how you had them playing as opposed to Coach Prime, I have no respect for what you was doing. None whatsoever.
Yeah, they coach is whack, and number 11 on that team.
Yes,
you play football no more.
Yeah,
I'm straight. Out. That's crazy.
I'm straight on Colorado State. He did. He out for a couple of weeks.
That was crazy.
Yeah, full circle though. He was actually the one that got beat for the game-winning touchdown. So
no, Briscoe, it's not a rivalry. When you're dirty, it's different. Briscoe, it's a difference between playing hard and being dirty. And the only way I'm dirty as a player is if I'm instructed to be dirty. And that's what they were. They were instructed to be dirty. I'm not just going to play dirty. Because if I'm dirty and I ain't instructed to do that, I'm getting yanked out the game. Nah, they was instructed to play football. Dirty football. So the hell with that coach from Colorado State.
Yeah, well, shout out to Colorado. Shout out to Deion. Shout out to Shador. Shout out to the whole crew. Travis Hunter, hope you get back healthy soon. They said he's going to miss a few weeks. So hopefully, it's 2 rather than anything that lingers on longer than that for the season. Has anybody got an update on his injury?
Other than that late hit, I
think he got broken ribs, Ron.
That was a good game. Other than that
hit.
No, absolutely.
I think he got broken ribs.
Yeah,
broken ribs?
That was
I think he got broken ribs. That was the report that I heard. He got broken ribs.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, pray for speedy recovery. Definitely will be tapped into Colorado all year, as well as some other teams too. But Colorado's the first team that came, that we've talked about. But next week they go to Eugene. They play the Ducks. I'm looking forward to that game.
So y'all like Shador flashing watches in coaches' faces and stuff. Y'all into that?
If you're a coach and you disrespected my dad, if I feel you disrespected my dad, feel you disrespected my grandmother, and I watched your players play dirty and take out my mans, I'm gonna do a lot more than flex my watch in your face. And you don't know what he said to his dad when he was right there. Shador was right there when they had their interaction. So if I seen you verbally disrespect my dad, I know my dad's not about to sit here and make a fool of himself in front of the national TV, in front of everybody that has these expectations on him. He has to carry himself a certain way. So you could have said something slick, and my dad just, all right, yeah, whatever, and turn around. Nigga, watching your face. Fuck out of here. I'm out of here.
So you said Deion pretty much handled himself as an adult and was like, I'm not gonna make a spectacle of myself in front of everybody. So you do it instead. He didn't
make a spectacle of himself neither. Not only did he not make a spectacle, no, he's not. Yeah, that's who Coach Prime is.
That's who his son is.
That's who his son is too.
And that's who Coach Prime was back in the day. That's why he probably doesn't have a problem with it. Because at FSU back in the 80s and back in the 80s, is that not who he was?
That's all. That's all
that talk trash. That's what he was.
Yep.
So he sees himself.
That's all he was.
Why would he be mad?
Right on, for sure.
Briscoe, you sound like a goofy when you talk about meat riding. Nobody's meat riding. Okay, what we're doing is we giving respect to people who have earned it. That's what we're doing. And Coach Prime has earned it.
You
think there was something wrong with that? You don't think he should have did that?
No, I don't think he should have did that. I'm not. Once again, just like I wasn't trying to make a big deal about rappers on the sidelines. I'm not gonna make a big deal about this either. It's a social media era. But at the same time, though, like, go to the locker room, bro. Good job, good game.
I'm confused on how that makes you, and I'm seeing it in the comments. You don't have to be raised in the projects to flex on people. There's plenty of wealthy people that flex on people
all the time.
Him flexing his watch on somebody, that's not hood.
That has nothing to do with being hood. Nothing to do with being hood.
That's you valuing material things, which if you were raised by Deion Sanders, I could assume you probably have a bit of a materialistic view of things. Is what I would think. So yeah, I don't think I seen Buddy say, but he wasn't raised like that. Raised like what? You talking about it like he's John Morant? Like no one thinks that he's not acting hard. He flexes his watch. I've seen so many rich kids that grew up in rich areas flex whatever they flex. It's a flex move.
Ain't Shador the same? Was that Shador or Shiloh? I'm saying which one was it that Deion had to check on social media for talking that gangster shit? And he was like, "You not that kid."
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm not sure, honestly.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's what you should do as a father. I don't think there's anything wrong with
nothing wrong with that.
But I'm asking, do y'all know? Was that?
I don't know which one it was. Yeah. I don't know who it was.
Hey, but shout out Shiloh.
I would say Shador though. If I had to guess, I would say Shador. But
salute them. 21 days of Prime. They gotta stop hating on Prime, man. Prime holding it down for sure.
Yeah, and speaking of 21, shout out Shiloh too. He got the pick 6, so that was major. That was the first touchdown of the game, right?
Yeah,
it was the first touchdown of the game. Shout out Shiloh. What's good, SB?
What's good? I'm pretty good. There's two things that happened. It's funny that I was arguing with one of my boys that I know on the game, and he's a Kentucky fan. And he was arguing the same thing, like, "Oh man, Deion not a coach, the flashiness and everything." Hating on it. I was like, bro, this is what Deion Sanders is. Then some people look at him like, is he really a coach? I'm like, bro, Deion Sanders been coaching for double-digit years. Y'all just hate that the fact of that he's putting a lot of fire behind a lot of coaches because he's changed the dynamic of the game. And all now it's like with the transfer portal rule, with everything else. So now it's like, okay, he went to a school where nobody can go to Colorado, right? And just Colorado won one game last year. No coach can literally go to a school like that and turn their program overnight like that. A lot of people don't like that because now they're going to look at everybody like, okay, can you do this for our program? Or can you keep us still relevant? Because remember, Alabama used to dominate everybody easily, but now with the new rule going on where you can pretty much get anybody with the NIL, it's a fair chance for everybody to get it. Now it's hard. Now Alabama don't even look the same. Alabama used to have 3 starters, NFL starters on their roster, and they're just dominating. I'm an Alabama fan. So the difference that Deion making, I know they hate the flashiness, that it don't work like that. I'm sorry. It like Deion been that person. So a lot of people hate on that for no reason, which I don't understand because Deion is Deion. Now it's a problem because now the school getting so much attention. Now Deion too flashy. Like
they hate what's new. That's what they hate.
Yeah, they hate on Shador doing this, and I'm just like,
they hate what's new. That's what the problem is. They don't like what's new. And what I do know is that offensive lineman, that wide receiver, that running back, that quarterback that you after, I'm telling you right now, if Coach Prime gets in his living room, he ain't coming to USC. He ain't coming to Alabama. It's not happening.
And even worse than that, Chill, if they set foot on a recruiting trip on this campus and they see Offset in the Rock,
it's over with. Because then another thing he was saying too. So he was like, I'm sure the game talking. He was just like, yeah, how you got like Travis? It's like, how you get Travis to commit to an HBCU? I said, look, first of all, this is a guy who plays the same position that probably arguably the greatest cornerback of all time. And when we look at it really when it comes to football, like Power 5s and HBCUs, the only difference is the offensive line and defensive line. The skill positions is everybody's on the same level. And everybody tell that you look at some of the greatest players of all time, we got some players that played at HBCU. So people hated the fact that he could go get a guy like that, the best corner in the league, and then bring him to that, and he still get the much attention that they need. Like Xavier Weaver was pretty much a nobody at Florida. He was like at Florida or some other school. Now he's going to be an NFL wide receiver because he played for Deion. Nobody knew about Xavier. You look up his numbers. This is his senior year. So I pretty much know, like, okay, I'm a good enough player to be, but I'm not getting noticed. I'm not getting the numbers. You go to Deion right now, all of a sudden you're going to be an NFL wide receiver. And then the second thing that happened to Ron, look, chat, I love y'all too, because they instantly like, SB. I got to watch. I might have to change my Xbox name, bro. I played Xbox. Somebody beat me. They was like, hey, yo, ain't you SB for PC and FYF? I was like, fuck, bro. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, no, it's all good, bro. Look, but I lost. I played bad, bro. I'm like, damn, bro.
It's just
why you gonna change your name? Cause you don't got no game like that.
I'll work you though. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, I'll play real basketball. Hey, you better ask Bama.
Hey, look, the last
we just got off the court.
Hey, look, all I'm gonna say is I seen the clip, and when you cooking somebody bad and they bring up play for real or I play basketball for real, that means you lost. That's all I'm gonna say. That means you lost. If
Coach Prime, what I do know about Coach Prime is that he's one of one. There is nobody like him. No, there was nobody like him when he played football. There is nobody like him as a coach. And what he's selling to recruiters, what he's selling to recruits is, I'm where you trying to get to. And I understand that you got dreams. And you ain't here just to help me win football games. You got dreams too. And I'm here to help your dreams come true. Mm-hmm. And who better to learn and who better to help you than me? Because I've been where you trying to go. So I know how to get where you trying to go. Mm-hmm. And on the way there, we're going to have a blast. So come get with me. Man, it's going to be hard. Nick Saban, all those other coaches, it's going to be hard to outsell that. Hard to outsell that.
OG. Colorado is the most talked about team, period. NFL season is going on. NFL is back, and we still talking about Colorado. Why wouldn't I want to go play for that? And we're going to compete and win? I'm getting the most attention in the world. Yeah. Come on, bro. Like,
and offsetting everybody on the sideline too. So my favorite celebrities are gonna be watching them play like front row.
Come on.
Hey, SB. Deion ain't get Travis Hunter. Offset got him.
Offset ain't get no Travis Hunter. He got him.
I'm trying to imagine being a kid and playing football, and Coach Sanders is recruiting me. Coach Prime is recruiting me, and he got EPMD on the sideline. He got Big Daddy Kane on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, I might have to. He got Biggie. He got Biggie on the sideline. At minimum, I'm coming to visit. And all the stuff he's selling after that, yeah, it's gonna be a hard. It's gonna be a hard sell for you other teams.
Deion turned two programs around, and then this the power with Deion. People don't know. I think it's an outside linebacker who's on the Detroit Lions now, who played at Jackson State, and he's playing good. He probably would never got drafted. Honestly, like you got to accept the fact of that. You get the attention. And
I now have more resources because, so be clear, University of Colorado was a big time program at one point. They won the national championship, and in the 90s, they were in the top 10. So that was a big time program. So now Coach Prime gets there. He comes from Jackson State, more resources, better facilities, better atmosphere. All of those players that I couldn't get to come down to Jackson State, I can now get them to come to Colorado. Now they all welcome you into Jerusalem, but then they want to fry you. So I'm gonna tell you, once he builds this thing up, they're gonna want to destroy him. So just watch out.
They already own that now. They couldn't. They was praying that he lost the game last night. They was praying that he lost that game.
Oh man, he ain't going nowhere.
It's definitely a lot of people praying on that downfall.
Mm-hmm.
That's but you expect that though. That anywhere Deion Sanders go, he's gonna be a target. All his players are gonna have targets on their back. But that's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. And
he already got a W season.
You supposed to win. I don't know about that, SB. I mean, they barely beat them out West team last night. Let's remember that.
They won one game last year.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but I'm saying like they just barely beat a team from the Mountain West. So you know what I'm saying? Let's give them a little time. Let them get their lines.
Hey, with that being said, though, they also did start the season off beating a team that was in the national championship last year.
Yeah,
if they don't win that game, I don't think they were still in the national championship
Yeah,
last
last
year.
year.
And, like,
Yeah,
and they was ranked
Put
13th.
the league
What I'm
on
saying,
top.
Colorado, they're gonna get there. Like they're gonna be there, especially with Deion. He's gonna get the big linemen, so he can start competing with those bigger schools out in the Big Ten and SEC or whatnot. I can see it coming. They're gonna keep that target on their back, and I don't think Deion gonna let up. Like I know Deion ain't gonna let up. So it's gonna be interesting.
I'm surprised.
I'm not hating. That's a fact. That's a Mountain West team. They beat the niggas in overtime. Don't act like they spanked them boys. They almost lost that game.
What does being a Mountain West team have to do with anything? See, this is the kind of propaganda that Big Ox be talking about. This is the nonsense that I'm talking about.
It's nonsense. How is it nonsense?
Yeah,
They're a Mountain West team. It's not even a Power 5 conference.
There you go, right there. Which is why we always have teams like Alabama, which is why Georgia always in the national championship. And the reason why we got them because of that logic right there. The idea that I play in a tougher league than you, so I'm better than you. When in reality, you still gotta whoop me. So what? You play in a better league? Exactly. Big Ox, I'm from a tougher neighborhood than you. But me being from a tougher neighborhood than you, we get in a fight. I end up beating you, but I come out with lumps. No, what does that say about you? That don't say that you weak. That just say that you're a lot stronger than what I thought.
I'm not gonna put blinders on my eyes just because it's Deion Sanders. I love Deion. I've always loved Deion. I had the Niners jersey, had the Cowboys jersey. I love Deion Sanders. I'm not going to just put the blinders on because it's his team. All right. They barely beat a Mountain West team. This is a good team.
I like Colorado State trash.
I'm not acting like they trash. I'm just saying that they're not where they're going to be yet. Just because I'm talking about steps forward. I'm talking about steps forward. Y'all, I'm not hating. I'm talking about what we all just watched. Colorado State was on their ass. Everybody needs to get better. The defense, yeah, Travis is nice, but the defense, a little suspect.
That wide receiver going to the league.
Even if that's true, Big Ox, be clear that you could be in a mid-major league but be a big-time program, and you could be in a major league but be a mid-major program. And over the last couple of years, Colorado has been a mid-major program. Colorado State, on the other hand, Boise State, these teams have been major programs in mid-major leagues. So the fact that you're in a mid-major league should not belittle you playing against a major league team, but the fact that they're in the Mountain West. So that's a damn good league.
It's not the SEC. That's all I'm saying. It's not the SEC. It's not the Pac-12. It's not the Big Ten. I don't think Deion needs y'all help. All right.
He needs Offset's help. Yo, Mars, who's gonna win this weekend? Colorado or Oregon? Bum, 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 bum. The safe pick is Colorado, Mars.
Oh, then Oregon.
Depends on who you ask. Some people say Oregon's a safe pick.
Yeah.
I was talking about the safe pick in the chat. Yo, Ticket, what's up? You wanna chime in on anything we've been talking about? Or are you ready to talk about Jordan Poole?
I agree with everything Chill said pretty much. Him and Damo covered it. They did a great job of the analysis. So I agree with what they said.
All right, y'all. Ox had mentioned some steps to success for Colorado. Well, we're actually going to talk about the steps to success for the Wizards. What it's going to take for them to become, a good team. We're going to talk about Jordan Poole and, his baddies and his pool parties. We're going to talk about Kyle Kuzma and his outfits. We're going to talk about whatever else there may be to talk about the Washington Wizards. We'll get to that. In the meantime, I got some super chats, and then we got a couple other things we want to get into. We're going to try to make it a good show today for you guys. Shout out to Austin Gibson. He just became a YouTube member. Shout out to him. David Mujinaya with a super chat. He said, which NBA dynasty would you like to see a winning time-like series about? For me, it would be the Kobe and Shaq Lakers. That would be peak content for seasons.
Anything but the Spurs. Trash organization. Boring.
What?
I wouldn't mind.
By the way, winning time, they canceled that season too. They shut it down.
They canceled it. I was seeing clips of it. I never got a chance to really watch it, but it seemed like it was pretty good. Even though I see why Magic them didn't like it. Hey, I heard they painted Magic kind of crazy,
Nah. They honestly could have painted them a lot worse than what they did. I was like the way he was painted in the show. I ain't gonna hold you. They really did him justice because he was really out there wild, and they wasn't trying to show none of. They just made it seem like he wild out the first night in LA, and he never wild out again. I'm like, nah, that's not how Magic was.
Did they finish the second season and then shut it down, or they just stopped? They just stopped.
They finished. They just aired the second season that finale to the second season last night.
And that's it.
What year did they stop it? Like what? After
They
like
stopped
second
at no. They actually. It was no. When they lost to Boston, I want to say, yeah, 84?
84.
Yeah, the 84 season is where they stopped. So
I wouldn't mind seeing either like the 90s Bulls, or I wouldn't mind seeing like a short documentary of the year with the Pacers had the Malice in the Palace. I wouldn't mind seeing how it led up.
Go on Netflix. Untold Stories, the Malice in the Palace. It was dope.
Yeah, I see that.
I want to see the jail blazers. I need to do the jail
blazers. Would be bad.
I'm trying to think, what team would I want to see? Like that's
we already seen the '90s documentary of the Bulls. That was in The Last Dance.
No, they ain't gonna have Jordan gambling or something. The Jordan who playing dude who portraying Jordan to gamble and win some money and drop 30 the next night.
We seen it in real time too.
Yeah.
2011 Heat. I want to see the Heat documentary of them getting that team together, all the expectations just for LeBron to choke. And I want to see
is Lil Wayne gonna be
just to see LeBron choke, and I want to see that actor really display the disgust that he felt losing like that. I want to see that actor really live up to the role. That's all I want to see.
Is Lil Wayne gonna be in that series?
I just never seen nothing like that though, Damo.
Yeah.
I didn't. I just
all
never
the bandwagon celebs.
In 2011, I still think about that series. Like I never seen nothing like that before from him, and I seen him play subpar, but that right there, I never seen him play that bad. And I know it was a combination of what Dallas was doing defensively, but him overall, I was really watching this guy. Like, who is this dude? Because this is nothing from what I'm used to seeing with him. Nothing. I was amazed, yo. I was.
Yeah, I want that. Was it really just LeBron playing bad, or was it just like the Dallas Mavericks just really did a good job on him?
I think they were good defensively, but it was also
wasn't that guy.
And James was also man.
So 60% Bron, 40% Mavericks.
It's at 95% Dallas exposing LeBron for being a fraud. No, that's what it was.
100.
And they did do that, Moss. They did. He had to go back in the lab. Yes, he did. He had to go back in the lab and get it together because the way I'm playing, we ain't gonna win like this. Nah. Absolutely not. I got to get my mid-range better. I got to get my
he didn't want to see Dwayne Wade
up.
have 2 finals MVPs. That's all it was. So he just had to sabotage my
He would have won the finals. By the way, he would have won the finals MVP too. If they
Dwayne Wade was the best player in the series.
He would have won the finals.
LeBron didn't want to see Dwayne Wade have 2 finals MVPs from the same draft.
It was sabotage, Mars.
It was sabotage. He was like, I ain't going to win finals MVP, so I guess we ain't winning the series. That's what happened. I'm
going to make sure we lose so you don't get the finals MVP.
That sounds like Bron tactics.
Hey, they would have. I just want to glorified Pippen. After that, he would have been Scottie Pippen his rest of his career. He would never be in the Jordan conversation. It would have been over with.
I just want a scene like literally after they lose, they walk back to the locker room, and I just want one scene of Dexter Pittman being the one to come into LeBron locker. This how you play? They might as well put me out there. This how you gonna play? I thought you was the king. I want Dexter Pittman himself to be the guy that whip LeBron back in shape.
Dexter Pittman is crazy. Out of everybody,
they got it. They ended up getting it together. The great thing about 2011, I think that's what makes him.
He named the worst player he can remember from the team.
He didn't play at all.
That was the guy that woke LeBron up. Like, yo, if
he didn't play at all in that
like this, I got to get back in the lab, man.
I think it's dope too.
All right, y'all. Winner sent through a super chat. It said, "Why didn't you say anything last week, Ox? When celebrities was there last week? It's giving hypocrite."
Winter, you don't know what I said last week. Man. I don't talk only on the show. Like, I actually talk when the cameras go off.
Hey, you made a good point. But as a grown man saying it's giving is crazy to me. But yeah, cool.
That's what I was.
That wasn't a good point, SB. Not at all. Because did we even talk about them last week?
I mean, you did do a potathon. You did do a potathon, so 24 hours is a long time to talk about. So you might have said something.
When the game was on, I was like, "Yo, why the fuck is Offset on the sideline? Can that brother get up in the stand somewhere?" I don't got a problem with him being at the game. So that's the thing. See, you want most of y'all want to be on Bad Boy. Y'all want the producers all in the videos. Dance, you know what I'm saying? Hey, come to Death Row. I'm trying to get to it. You know what I'm saying? Get up out of here. You know, that's it.
So who's death row? Who's in college football? Who would death row be?
I'm not sure.
Is that Alabama?
No, Alabama.
I'm not
looking the same.
Maybe Texas. I don't know. I'm not.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. I think Georgia. Georgia. It might be Georgia.
Oh no, you can't go up there and do nothing for real. Like, listen, I worked in South Bend. Man, them boys is on a strict church and school curriculum. It is no game.
You better sit down and clap. That's it.
That's all I'm saying. It's like it's still college football to me. I understand it's NIL deals and stuff like that, but to me it's still college football, and I feel like people trying to take on the persona of Deion Sanders. And it's like, you're not prime time. Like Shador, that's Lil Prime. That's Lil Prime. But all these kids cannot be Lil Prime, and that's all I'm saying. Like, don't try to be Deion Sanders, because you cannot be Deion Sanders. And I'm talking to you kids out there. You cannot be Deion Sanders. Be all you can be.
Hey, Ox, so pretty much you feel like they just doing too much, right?
I mean, and that's cool, but everybody want to say so. But if I talk, and this is what's funny about it, SB. If I say that, all of a sudden I'm hate this. It's Bob, you're a Karen. You sound like a white boy. This is crazy. What are you doing? This you're disrespecting the culture. Like, nah, man, you got kids out here. You know what I'm saying?
But wait a minute though, Big Ox. Hold on. Big Ox. Wait a minute. I just want to make sure I'm clear. Don't we all get inspiration from somebody? I remember when I was 15, when I saw Jordan, and I'm like, that's what I want to be like. And why is a kid seeing Coach Prime not wanting to be like that? Why is that a bad thing, Big Ox? This is a dude who looks like me, a dude that looks like me, a dude that's from my neighborhood, a dude that's educated, a dude that keeps his nose clean, a dude that got a great job, and he's in a really stable situation. I want to be that when I grow up. What's the problem with that? Why can't I be that?
There's nothing wrong with being inspired.
I'm not talking about actually being Deion Sanders specifically, but why can't I be like that? Why can't I draw inspiration from Deion Sanders and be able to walk and talk and live it and be comfortable in my skin like Coach Prime is? Because he is the most comfortable in his skin of anybody that I've seen.
Yeah, he is, because he's Deion Sanders.
But Oxy, no, go ahead.
Like, yeah, be inspired, but you're not Deion Sanders.
But you were saying with Shador with the whole watch thing.
Yeah, I didn't like that shit. I didn't like that at all. My mom wouldn't have liked that. My mom would have been like, "What's all right, Jay Nerville?" My mother would have been like, "What? Don't do." My mom would have said, "Go, call that man and apologize." You know what I'm saying? Or something.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what, because that's just not how we act. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
But Deion was right there, and he didn't do that. So he
was raised different. Deion Sanders isn't my father, and that's what I'm saying.
But I'm just saying that's how that man was raised.
I'm speaking for me. I'm speaking for me.
I feel you. But my point was with Shador, because I felt like earlier, maybe I just misheard you. You felt that was something that kids would emulate, and kids would want to start acting like that as well, right? Being a flexi dexy. Okay, but so was it not a problem when Johnny Manziel and Baker Mayfield when they were doing that as quarterback?
If that was happening today and I was on the panel, I would say they need to stop that shit. This has nothing to do with who it is. It's about
how many copycat Manziel and Mayfield?
There's a bunch of kids out here trying to. Johnny football was the biggest thing going. Kids wanted to do that, all this shit, and I don't care who you are. It has nothing to do. It has nothing. I'm not talking about what it's going to impact on the quarterback position. I'm talking about these kids.
I'm saying these kids that's growing up to play quarterback because they seen Johnny Manziel going like this. They seen Baker Mayfield going like this. They seen Johnny Manziel doing what he was doing off the field.
We talking about like celebrations and shit. We talking about celebrations.
Literally the whole flexi dexy talking trash, mocking your opponent. They both did that just like Shador did. My point is, we've seen it, and all happens is they get the weak get filtered out. The ones that it doesn't match, they get filtered out. This is going to be nothing different.
What happens on the court? You know what happens on the court, happens on the field. That's whatever. I don't care about talking shit. Cool.
Why you don't talk about nobody? They be talking. They be talking smack to Shador too, though. Instead of arguing back and forth, that's all he do is this.
What are you talking about? I don't say nothing. What are you talking about? Like, I'm not going to say nothing to people talking shit on the field. That's whatever, bro. Like. Y'all, I think y'all taking my argument to something. I'm not. Look. I'm not attacking the culture, y'all. Like, whatever. Like, I'm not attacking Deion Sanders. Y'all can relax, bro. It's not that serious, bro.
All right.
All I'm saying is just sometimes it's like you already got a target on your back, right? So don't start crying. Don't start crying when these kids is out here hitting right after the whistle and all that shit. Well, hey, y'all, it's the game's mucked up.
He's not crying. He's poking eyes.
Hey, now we fighting. Now we fighting. So fight.
He eye poking. He's not crying. He's eye poking. You want to hit bet eye poke.
And I do think Coach Prime's going. And I do think Coach Prime's going to get a hold of that too, Big Ox, because he wasn't a dirty player, and I don't think he coaches like that neither. I do think that was. I think that's an anomaly. I think he got sucked into the way that they was playing, and I think that's an isolated incident. Coach Prime ain't that way, and I don't think he's going to coach like that, and I don't think he's going to stand for nothing like that. So I'm pretty confident that this week in practice, he's going to shut all of that down and get his boys back focused on football and football alone. There was a lot of emotion in that game. It was a lot of emotion in that game, and it was a lot of emotion in that game because Coach Prime made it that way because he said, "quote It's personal." They made it personal, and I think he's going to reel them back in. I do think that.
Chill, he better because they got a big time game this weekend. They got to travel.
That's what I'm trying to get around with at the risk of sounding like a hater. I just want to remind everybody, like, all that shit is not going to save you when you got them helmets and pads on. Shador can save you, but if all these cats ain't Lil Prime, don't try to be Deion Sanders is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's fun, enjoy yourself, but let's keep it football. Like, focus on football. Right. I don't know, like all the other shit is it's for the birds, bro. Like,
Bob, who can say they not focused on football though? Just because
I'm not saying that they're not, but I'm saying it's easy to be distracted, and that's all I'm saying. Like, that's it, bro. It's like all this shit was not that serious. It's just like, bro, are we at the club? Are we in VIP hanging out, or are we focused on football?
Well, what if you look at the history of what Prime been doing? He's been doing the same thing, and it has not affected.
That's cool. That's cool, bro. I'm already my shit ain't changing, bro. I feel
no. I respect your opinion.
It ain't no sense of arguing about it, bro. I feel like they're doing too much, and that's it, bro. That's it. Like, play football, keep kicking ass. Don't you know what I'm saying? Don't let up. You got the target on your back. Be ready to get hit. You know what I'm saying? And just keep playing football. These kids is talented. Let's not make it about the celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it about these kids that are out there actually getting hit and hitting back. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it focused on them. Why is Offset getting interviewed in the middle of the second quarter? Can I watch the football game, please?
Bob, this isn't the first time a celebrity's got an interview at a game. Like, it happens at the Staples Center. It happens all the time.
That's professional football. That's professional basketball.
Don't your team light a cannon up a beam after every win?
After the game, yeah, and it's not distracting because the game's over.
Okay.
I think college football and pro football are basically on the same, especially big time college football. I think college football and pro football, in terms of notoriety and in terms of how people follow it, I think it's on the same wavelength, to be honest with you. And I remember seeing Magic and Jabbar on the Rams sideline when the Rams was playing in Los Angeles before they moved to St. Louis. Yes, Jabbar and Magic would come to games. He would come to Raider games, and they would be on the sideline in a mink. So this is nothing new.
Yeah, and I see people obviously don't like. Obviously in the chat, obviously y'all did not pass comprehension when it came to English testing at school because you clearly don't understand what I'm saying. I see all these. It's all good. Work on your comprehension skills.
And breaking news about Travis Hunter's injury. It's not broken ribs. He has a liver laceration, and they're saying that he will be out for 3 weeks. So once again,
a liver laceration. What is a liver laceration?
He got his liver cut. That's what a laceration is. You got sliced.
Right.
When you get sliced, they go in there. They sew it. Yeah, they go in there.
That's what I thought when you. That's what I thought when you.
No, you was right. You was right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, what? Only 3 weeks? And then that's why I was like, well, wait, what is a liver laceration? Because ain't no way you can cut my liver and tell me to go play in 3 weeks.
They go in there. They sew it up. Just like getting stitches.
I'm gonna be like Coach Prime. My body ain't moving the same. I got my liver cut, B.
He was a sucker for that.
I'm done.
Now that's gonna be that's gonna be a big hit for Colorado playing these because they got tougher teams coming up, and not to have Travis Hunter gonna hurt.
All right, so I'm back. Shador over there with Travis right now talking about, man, niggas' livers get cut every day, B.
Get back out there.
Ain't no way Shiloh wouldn't found
you tough, right?
That hitting.
You tough, right? Go ahead. Come on, B.
You telling me Shiloh pulled up to Colorado State?
Oh yeah, no, they gonna have to pull him after that.
He gonna bring that helmet back for him.
Yeah, I didn't like that though. Like the first person that walk up to do at him was your quarterback. That's bad. No, you got them big boys on that line. You got to ready to knock his head off. You got to protect your star players. Your quarterback should be the first person running up. That's like.
And with that being said, I like that out of Shador though.
Hell yeah.
I like it's not like it might be a lot of tough talk, but when the smoke present, you see he ran to it. He didn't back away. He didn't step down. So I like that.
Shador like that. Shador cold. Like Shador cold, but you seen how he threw the one. What was that for the 2-point conversion? Falling, man, he ain't no punk, bro. I like Shador.
Hey, I'm surprised none of y'all talk about how Shador might lead Prime this year because he play like this, he going to the league first round. It's gonna be hard to tell you to stay in school, bro. Yeah.
Think so?
Prime not tripping. He got Offset on the sideline. He can get any 5-star quarterback he want.
He already
anybody in the transfer portal. Hey, look, he just gonna have Lil Wayne write a verse. Offset gonna do the hook. The Rock gonna do the intro. They'll be all right.
Not Lil Wayne, Damo. Tunchi. That was on the back of the jersey. Well, make sure we clear. It wasn't Lil Wayne. It was Tunchi. So that's family right there.
100%.
All right, y'all. Ja Wright with a super chat said, "Cook, Damo, cook."
Y'all messing with
Hey,
the
how that 2K bill coming along?
Oh man, the big is biggin'. I made a guard. It sucked. I made a new guard. Put it in the players' choice chat to see opinions. Mars, I can't get an 8. No matter what I do, you need to get it like what 80. I think it's an 85 for like the silver defensive badges. Because my arms are 6'8" on the 6'8. I can't. It won't even go that high. It matches.
You went minimum wingspan
for the shooting, yes, for the offense. Yeah.
Hey, you got what you got?
I made my first wing 6'8" with a 6'8" wingspan. Had to pack him up.
I was looking. I was like, maybe I'll do 6'8" with a 6'10", so I can get the silver.
That's what I've got right now.
Mama, where your passing at? You a PG?
What are you talking?
I'm looking at
pass accuracy. What you call it? Pass accuracy is a 77. That's good enough. IQ over everything. You worry about badges. Man, my A button works.
They're gonna get swiped. What are we doing?
First of all,
5v5 77 will probably get.
Oh yeah, 5v5.
Oh, you playing part 3?
Yeah,
okay.
77.
Yeah. 77 is fine. I got crossplay on, so you know the PlayStation guys can't play defense. So I'll be good.
Oh, Damo, you an Xbox guy? I rock with you even more. You
100%. Come on, man. The best box. Come on.
The best box. I mean,
I made a big with 35 pass accuracy. He's cooked.
Oh yeah, now you cooked. Put that, make a big, they can dominate and put your pass on how you'll be throwing Jokic passes.
It goes up to 68. I just obviously I'm not maxed overall yet, so right now we're struggling. 4 turnovers a game. Love to see it.
Yeah, I think who was it? Was it Dev came into my party?
Garbage Mars.
He was like, "Yeah, Mars made a mellow beat."
I'm not gonna lie. I pack the big man up until I can be bothered to play some my career to get his overall up. So I'm playing on my wing. My wing be cooking.
Mars, you got a mellow bill. Mars, you got a mellow bill, right?
Yes, 27 points a game, bro, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks. But I get my points. Yes.
Hey, well, Dev came. I think Dev came to my party. He was like, "Yeah, Mars got like a mellow bill. He was cooking with it." Oh, I'm surprised Mars can play 2K. I'm like, all right.
I've been putting on numbers, score points numbers.
Prejudice, right?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit.
I am playing on US servers, so I'm dealing with extra.
I'm about to pull up on you real quick.
I'm still cooking. I mean, based on
you got to pull up on me because I'm not going over on them servers. It's already delayed as is with crossplay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm playing on double delay. Imagine I'm playing on double delay and I'm still cooking. So
you probably got to hold your jump shot for an eternity.
I hold the button for 4 minutes. It's painful.
4 minutes.
Hey man,
straight.
We've gone through 6 possessions and I'm still holding the shot on. Like it's crazy, but gotta do what I gotta do.
That's crazy.
It's Mr. GQ to you said, "I'm from Colorado and I went to CSU, but after that hit, they need to put some bread on that boy head.
Damn.
I'm all for CU and what Deion and them boys is doing." Shout out to him.
That was foul. That was foul.
Yeah, for sure.
100% that was foul.
Reek MFFL said, "SB speaking facts. Prime had truth football out here in Dallas since the mid 2000s. He been doing this. 100.
Exactly. Yeah, 100.
Shout out Truth Football. And shout out the real ones actually doing something for the youth. Shout out Ox and what he does down there in Mexico. You see that Mexico jersey in the back. We just know it won't be no celebrity sponsoring his team, but shout out to what he's doing. Shout out to Ticket. I know he gives back to the youth too. Shout out to that. And shout out to everybody else that's really, paying it forward to the youth and just, instilling what that next generation needs.
Nah, Ron. Hey, Ron, don't say that. Hey, celebrities can for sure sponsor, but keep your ass off my sideline and get your ass in right there in the stands. It's a spot for you.
That's crazy. At least you won it with it, Ox. Though.
So the booster moms can't sit on the bench. I mean, dads. I'm not gonna do that. The booster dads can't be like, yo, I'm gonna sit the coach down.
Even if you wrote a check for a stack, Big Ox got a seat for you right in the third row. He's straight, not on my sideline though.
Yeah, right. Just stay the hell off my sideline. I got this.
Don't worry about it. I'm coaching against Ox. You could be all on my side. I'm gonna have all the players. We're gonna run the court. And I got to coach nothing. We're gonna run you off the court.
Yeah, see, my other thing too is I don't need no players that's just here for the glitz and glam. You can't play for me, so you can be offset.
Big Ox, that's what the NIL is though. Name, image, and likeness. That's part of it.
That's cool. No.
You get money play for Prime.
I'm with the NIL. That's cool. What I'm saying is, if you're gonna come play for me because you're gonna learn something. You're gonna leave better than you came. Don't come play for me because of some celebrities. You can go take that shit down to USC
I don't think nobody. Hey, the crazy part about it is though, I don't believe not one player on that team plays. So yeah, I'm gonna see Offset because when it comes on,
so the SB was you not here for that whole recruitment talk? That's how come we're getting kids over in Alabama because Offset's here. Did you miss that whole part?
No, I understand that. But the point I'm saying is during the Colorado game, Deion Sanders is the biggest star in that field. No matter if it's The Rock there, Offset, Lil Wayne there, on that field at that point in time, there's no star bigger than Deion. Who is bigger than Deion now? Maybe The Rock? Maybe. No.
And well, in Colorado.
Hey, Ron, you fight that? Who a bigger deal than Coach Prime?
Come on, man. Look, Lil Wayne is known more around the globe than he is.
Not in Colorado. And
The Rock is known more around the globe than Prime, and it's not even close.
It's not even close.
If I go over there and be like, yo,
we talking about in that standing right now, the biggest star in that field is Coach Prime.
Nah, not over The Rock, bro.
The Rock was there, SB.
I know, I seen him.
Not over The Rock or Lil Wayne.
I think The Rock at one point was the biggest movie star on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's no knock the Prime though. And even in Colorado, y'all got to remember like Chauncey Billups is a legend around there too.
He was in the skybox.
Even Kawhi, I don't know if Prime bigger than Kawhi right now. I don't know.
What?
That's Kawhi.
I don't know.
He's definitely not. That's Kawhi Leonard. Back in the day, though, I mean, Prime's still the man, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, shout out Prime.
I'd like to think it is simply because we don't ever see Kawhi Leonard in the offseason. This dude jumped on a bird and went to Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
How big a deal is Prime if he can get Kawhi Leonard out the house?
Come on now.
You think he was out there for the game, and he was out there already? You know what I'm saying, hanging with some.
Hell, he ain't in Colorado. You would have to convince me that Leonard was in Colorado.
This is what we're not gonna do. Nobody's in Colorado. I know you like Denver. I know it's like one of your top 3 cities in the world, but nobody's in Colorado. And this is one of the biggest reasons why I give Deion his flowers.
It's big business happening.
He brings people to Colorado. You said what?
Big business going on in Colorado.
Yeah, now
real big. Not just now, SB. What are you talking about? So you guys are saying Deion Prime bought industry to Colorado?
You fight that, Ox?
Let me make sure. Are y'all talking about the school? I'm talking about the state of Colorado. I'm talking about the city of Denver.
We're talking about Boulder. No, forget Denver. Denver ain't Denver.
Okay,
University of Colorado is in Boulder. The University of Colorado is in Boulder, Colorado.
No,
it was already bred there. The fact that Coach Prime is now there is going to be even more bred there now.
No, we're talking about something different. Then y'all not talking. We're not talking about the same thing at all. I'm talking about actual like industry and business and everything going on in the state of Colorado. In the city,
I do know there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the state of Colorado. Ain't Colorado one of the skunk capitals of the world? Like if you
and that's
you can walk into a shop.
I'm insinuating.
And I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure with Coach Prime, I'm sure they got that going on in Boulder, Colorado. So that may enhance business.
It's double.
It already has.
I just think it's dope that I can walk into a shop and go, yo, let me get a half ounce of chocolate.
Colorado is not a wasteland. Like Colorado is a booming state of the union. Like they didn't need Deion Prime to come save the state of Colorado.
No, that's not.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But one thing that Deion has done though, and this is it's been reported in the words of Ticket. These is facts. He brought 18 million to the Boulder area, the greater Boulder area, just last weekend. And it wasn't last weekend. It was probably more than that. It was the weekend before that. So he brought 18 million to that. And then on top of that, I mean, you just seen what happened with the whole sunglasses situation. Yo, in one day they sold $1.2 million worth of sunglasses. So it's like, obviously,
where's that company located?
I'm not saying that that's to Colorado. I'm just saying that he did that to that company. That was just a fun fact on top of that.
It's college football. No. It's college football. I understand that, right? I understand he's bringing in. I understand like it's big business. All I was saying is that Colorado, the state of Colorado, not the schools, not the football programs, right. The state of Colorado, Denver, all these things, they were doing just fine before Deion got there. Now they might be doing better. That's cool. I'm not trying to take anything away from Deion Sanders. I'm just saying that Colorado is not a wasteland. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying, bro, this is probably the most celebrities that Boulder, Colorado has seen in the last 3 years combined. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. We're talking about Boulder, Colorado. Boulder, Colorado.
The Denver Nuggets didn't bring as many people out for their parade when they won. So,
man,
I'm just saying.
Hey, no, he's not. I don't think he's lying, bro.
Stop saying like I know it's facts, nigga. Come on, man.
Tell me 3 celebrities you've seen at the parade.
It's not about right to me.
I didn't watch. What I look like watching the parade. Only parade I watch is in Disneyland with my kids. I'm not watching no fucking parades.
Deion is arguably the best defensive player of all time. Deion is arguably the best defensive player of all time. I think it's Lawrence Taylor, but that's just me. But I think Deion Sanders definitely is in the conversation. I think it's Lawrence Taylor.
Zen Master, you spitting right there. That's a fact, Zen.
Vontae said, I get CSU was being dirty, but so is CU. What about Shedeur Sanders' eye poke?
That was after what else? But that was after what it transpired. It wasn't like he started doing that.
It was dirty.
They started it. And it was
dirty.
100% it was dirty.
He was playing dirty because he was playing dirty because he is dirty, or he was playing dirty because they was playing dirty. But regardless, it was dirty. It doesn't make it less dirty because they started it, in my opinion. Dirty and dirty.
Yeah.
Two dirty instances.
Football. Hit somebody.
Dirtiest player in the game. That was Rick.
Outside of that number 11 hit, I will say the eye poke might have been the dirtiest thing I've seen because I don't know. Right. I don't know how many situations you're in playing football where you going between somebody's face mask and poking them in the eye. So outside of if number 11 ever did that, Shedeur definitely would have been the dirtiest player on the court.
He definitely went to his face. He tried to take his eyes out. He went to the face.
We don't have any history of Shedeur being dirty, do we? We don't have any history of him being dirty.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch some Jackson State games. I'm not gonna lie to you. So
I did. Don't know what he was doing. And he didn't have any history of being dirty. He was a quarterback, and he didn't have any history of being dirty. But Colorado State started it, and with the emotions that was in the game, and the dude talking about his coach talking about his father, it got personal. It absolutely did, and he got sucked into it more than anything. I don't think that's him, though. I don't.
Just to go full blown Karen here. Let me ask y'all this. I'm going all out, full blown Karen. No big deal. Give me the Bob cut. Let me speak to your manager. When we was growing up though, wasn't we taught like when you talking to somebody like take your shades off, like you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Oh my God, Ox, come on, dog.
I'm just saying like I was when you was taught manners, I'm thinking isn't that good manners? You know what I'm saying? Like
bro, Ox, he was talking about it in a press conference. It was different. I thought he meant Prime in person. He talked to him saying he was talking about doing a press conference, man. Go
I'm just saying isn't that especially indoors then a press
talking about a press conference, bro.
Wait. SB was the press conference indoors or outdoors? Because there's only two type of people that wear shades indoors. You know what I'm saying? That's blind people and assholes. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
Ron, see what you started, Ron? Ron, you started this, Ron. This is your man right here.
No, that's
your man right here.
That's good. Man
started this.
That's good.
Man started this.
Hey, to be super honest, Ox, none of my peoples could ever see themselves in a situation where they're doing press conferences and interviews. So I was never taught on the etiquette of being on camera or what you need to do for a press conference.
Well, not on camera, dog. What about when you're indoors or when you're just talking to somebody, though? Right.
Being indoors, having a conversation with somebody is different than doing a press conference and interview. Right, context matters. It's different. There's a difference.
I'm saying,
And then you prime, you got all the cameras flash. You cool with just cameras flashing in you. You must have had a lot of cameras flashing in your face before. You probably need to put some shades on.
Oh my God, SB, stop it.
Hey, look,
Hey,
man.
hey, Ox. To be politically correct, dude wasn't wrong. Like
That's all I'm saying.
you are supposed to take your shades off. You are supposed to take your hat off. Hey, but when you prime time, you do what you want to do.
Prime time, baby.
And it's just as simple as that. Like it's
I got
certain
a
people
hat
that
in my
can get
house
away
right
with it.
now. I'm wearing a hat right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your head off, man. You being disrespectful to Ox. You talking to him. You
That's a fact. Yo, chill. Take them shades off.
Take
What's wrong
your
with y'all?
glasses off.
Morris, take that goddamn hat off.
I gotta take my rag
hold
off,
on.
Ox. Don't curse me out. Ox. Take my
No,
rag
you
off.
can start.
And y'all better be lucky my daughter broke my shades, because I'll be wearing them too.
Hold on, SB. Oh, I need a wave check. You got to do.
No, I ain't got a wave in my head. I got the Snoop Dogg twist in my head right now.
Oh, okay, for sure. Well, whatever. I'm just asking questions. You know what I'm saying? Just at the risk of going full blown Karen, I just wanted to know. I thought it was bad manners to, you know what I'm saying, do that.
Don't call the manager on me. Don't call the manager on me. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I'm not calling the manager. I'm calling corporate.
All right. Keeping it pushing. Random Guy Speaks said, Ron, we've been waiting for the word of the bet between you and Bama this morning. Also, Deion represents the next evolution of college football, and football in particular is very resistant to the change of any kind.
Particularly this kind. From a guy like Coach Prime, as brash and as outgoing as he is, they don't have that in college football like that. They don't. And the fact that he's doing it and he's having recruits, letting recruits know that what I'm doing, I'm doing this with you. I'm not doing this I'm doing this with you. So come get on board. This is going to be about us. This ain't about me. This is about us. And we can all get paid. Every last one of us.
And watch, I'm gonna start going full blown Karen. My uncle's a sheriff.
Y'all done started Ox now. Look, I blame the chat. As soon as he had an opinion, y'all got to going crazy. Now he went heel mode. Hulk Hogan in WCW. He went NWO, man. Ron, what was your bet though? Exactly.
Me and Bama, we had a bet this morning. Who will make more threes? And it was $50 on it.
$50 poker.
Come on, man. Hey. Going into the last game, Bama was up. He was up, I want to say, about 4 threes. Going into the last game, and let's just say he don't owe me nothing, and I don't owe him nothing.
So it's a draw.
My wrist still sore right now. Yeah, chill. I was what?
Sore wrist ain't good enough, bro. You're supposed to shoot it till you break it.
Hey, well, the thing about it is, my shot wasn't the best today, so I had to improvise, and I had to score in other ways. Hey, I will say that Bama only won one game today. And we played over 5. So you guys could do the math. And I stayed on the whole time.
Y'all hoop this morning or you talking 2K? I'm confused a little bit.
You talking about video games?
Oh, I didn't know. We were just talking about 2K a second ago.
I know Bitter goddamn well you ain't up here talking about no video games.
But shout out to Bama though. He was kind of getting busy today. He was, he could shoot a little bit. He wanted me to tell you guys all too that don't get that dub game mixed up either. That was all a fluke.
I wouldn't be in a 3-point contest because, as Mars knows, I'm a mid-range merchant. So
yeah, I heard you got the DeMar DeRozan in you.
I don't trip Chilltown. I'll shoot for you. I got it.
Please, I can shoot the long ball, but that ain't where I live. As Mars will tell you, I'm a mid-range merchant. So
definitely
just your Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'll give him gold.
Gold.
Yeah, gold.
Aramis Jones tapping in. What's up, Aramis? How you living today? He said, I got the Wizards as a playing team. I think they'll be one of the most fun teams in the league. Do y'all think Kyle Kuzma or Jordan Poole will be the leading scorer for this team? Is this Kyle Kuzma's team or is it Jordan Poole's team? Yo, Ticket, what you think? Who you think is going to be the leading scorer and whose team do you think it is?
What's up, Playboy?
What's up? I
don't know, man. Kuzma, he got that mentality where he gonna, you know what I'm saying, he gonna feel like it's his, but I don't know, man. I think it's gonna depend on how the first 20-25 games of the season pan out to see, who was playing at the top level. Jordan Poole, maybe he gonna feel like it's his. Kuz probably gonna feel like it's his, but I think it's going to be determined by who's playing the best after them first few games of the season. I think that's what it's going to be determined by.
Ticket, what you doing, yo? How about that?
You mean what I'm doing, nigga? I'm doing what they asked me to do. Shut the fuck up, right? Let everybody.
Who said
talk,
that?
right?
Who said that?
No, we talk about your background.
Yeah, what's going on back there? I'm coming into Dominican Republic too, by the way. I'm coming down there.
Oh no,
I ain't-
Let me know when. Chill.
I ain't calling either. I'm just gonna show up.
no, my man, he got the sword. We back here chopping something up. So that's all.
Okay, all right. Gardening. All right, you got the landscape people. Yeah, it ain't what you think it is, Ron. No, it ain't like that. Nah.
I was cool with the sounds. I just see Damo face, bro. Damo face. I was trying to hold my laugh in, bro. Damo face this whole story.
Yo, Ticket.
What up?
Who told you to shut the fuck up?
I mean, it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of talk. You feel me? And so, like I said, I want everybody to get their airtime and stuff like that. Feel like I'm hogging the mic. So, you know, I'm enjoying the show, man. It's much love to y'all brothers, man. Do your thing, baby. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm here.
Damn, Ticket. I didn't think they would be able to get across to you like this, but all right.
And they not. They not. They not. They not.
Damn, good defense, chat. Good defense. How else the rest of y'all feel though about Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole? Who do you guys think would be the leading scorer? And whose team do you think it is? Or do you think it's neither of their teams?
It's whoever they draft next year's team.
I don't think it matters because they're gonna be garbage anyway.
They're gonna be garbage. Hey, but somebody say they're gonna be a play-in team. I was lost off that. Y'all lost me right out there and said Wizards play-in team. I hopped off the train instantly right out there. I'm like, that's not gonna happen.
So who they starting league up? Are we gonna get into watch the who they starting league up? Okay, Tyus Jones starting league.
Tyus is gonna be pulling his hair out.
Which I dig Tyus Jones. Who they starting two guard? Jordan Poole, right? So we got Kuzma at the 3. Who playing the 4?
Was it Gafford or does he play the 5?
Gafford plays the 5. It'll probably be Corey Kuzma at the 3. Kyle Kuzma.
Oh,
Yes.
I forgot about
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be Corey Kispert.
Unless they start Danilo.
No, and Danilo is a rotation dude. Danilo is a great. Yeah, he went to the Wizards.
They have a lot of forwards who I think need to play.
That was part of that KP trade. That's how he got to the Wizards. He's part of that KP trade.
At this point, I just want Danilo to just go play in the EuroLeague or something, man. I don't want Danilo to, in the twilight of his career, got to deal with Jordan Poole.
I don't know if this is the twilight. It might be
So
like
Danilo.
This is it. This is the.
So Gallo coming off the bench.
What time is it right before the sun go down?
It's 2 a.m.
So Gallo coming off the bench.
Like 11.
I think Shaman is on that crew too. He coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shaman on that crew. He come off the bench.
DeLon Wright. I mean, DeLon Wright.
Yes, DeLon, he on the crew. He comes off the bench.
I think Avita should start at the 3 and then move Kuzma to the 4 and Corey Kispert come off the bench. Defensive purposes.
Who'd you say, Damo? Started at the 3?
Danny Avdia.
Oh yeah. Forgot about him.
Yeah. I didn't realize Buddy was such a great defender, like coming into the league. Like I didn't think the defense was going to be something there. Yeah, I didn't think defense was going to be something he was going to hang his hat on. Maybe that was me being prejudiced, but he definitely be out there locking stuff up.
He does everything well, in my opinion, except shoot the 3. That's the only thing he can't really do.
Free him, type stuff. Get him out of there.
I want to. Back when I was a Golden State fan, I want to Golden State to draft him. I mean, it hasn't translated how I thought it would, but I preferred him over the James Wiseman pick. But I would start him as well. But I don't know how they're going to find minutes for all their forwards. I mean, Danny Avdia, Corey Kispert, they got Patrick Baldwin from Golden State.
Yep.
They just got.
I really want to see him play too, Mark.
So do I. They just got Bilal Coulibaly from. He was on Wemby's team. They got him at like number 7 in the draft. So clearly they want to develop him. That's like 4 or 5 people right there that I don't know how they're going to find minutes for.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, how they're going to find minutes for him, Mars, because we got a bunch of players that on a scale from A being the best to F being the worst, where do you have their forwards at?
In terms of right now or potentially?
And today, in September of 2023, where do you have their forwards at?
A bunch of D- C++.
Okay, so do you know what that means, Mars? Plenty of minutes. Plenty of minutes for anybody that want to get these minutes. Plenty of them. It's not like we got a log jam at the 4 where we got a bunch of ballers who, man, I don't know how I'm going to find minutes for him because he's 19 again. I don't know how I'm going to find minutes for him because he's an all-league defender. I don't know how many I'm going to find minutes for him because he's a glass cleaner. These dudes, in your recollection, Mars, they are D-, which means that it's plenty of minutes for whoever want them because you ain't that good. You ain't that good. Matter of fact, you worse than him. You ain't that good, so it's plenty of minutes for everybody.
Fair enough. Fair enough. If everyone's bad, then everyone can compete against each other. There's no outliers, I guess.
I don't think Gallinari gonna end the year on his team anyway. So
Oh,
I don't
definitely
either.
not. Definitely not.
Yeah.
He's gonna get traded for like a low first round pick to a contender who thinks that he can help them. That's what's gonna happen.
the forward thing is real. I'm looking at their roster right now. I see it say forward guard, forward guard, forward guard. I'm like, Jesus. Yeah.
The only big I think they have on that team is Daniel Gafford.
Unless you count Muscala.
Nope.
Then yeah. That's only big, yeah.
Daniel Gafford, the only big they have, in my opinion.
The tallest player on their team is Garland and Muscala and Gallinari is 6'10".
Yeah, Gafford's the only big. So yeah, very weird team. I had faith in Johnny Davis as well, the guard they got from.
Looking at this roster, whoever sent that super
he
chat,
was terrible. He was terrible in his rookie year, but I got faith.
Whoever sent that super chat, send another one and tell me, what do you see in the Wizards that they're gonna be a play-in team? I'm confused. Like, what they gonna do? Look at this roster, not a play-in team. I know the East ain't as good as it was, but
why we gotta stop saying that? Let's stop saying that the East ain't as good as it was. The East is gonna be damn good this year. The East is gonna be damn good this year, and with the East being good, that's gonna hinder Washington even more because you just ran down the lineup. Tyus Jones at the 1, Jordan Poole at the 2, Kuzma at the 3. Who you like at the 4, Mars?
Well, Corey Kuzma at the 3, Kuzma at the 4. Oh, Danny Avdia, yeah.
Okay, you like Danny Avdia at the him and Kuzma, and who you got at the 5?
Daniel Gafford.
And you got Gafford at the 5, and you got Shammer playing behind them, and you got Gallo playing behind them. That unit right there, those 7 guys, can I get 30 wins out of them?
That's not a play-in team.
I think that you asking a lot for asking for 30 wins.
It's a 24-win team. It's a 24 and 58 team. That's what
if they end up winning 35, if they end up winning like 35 games like they did last year, what would that say about like Bradley Beal there?
If they end up winning 35 games?
If they win the same amount of games or win more than they did last year with this team without Bradley Beal, what would that say?
Well, Bradley Beal only played 50 games last year, so
right.
I think it says, I don't want to say it says less about Bradley Beal, but it says more about Jordan Poole, and maybe he was being limited by Steph. I think it said. I think Mars. I'm not saying that's going to happen because I don't think they're going to win 25 games. But if they win that, then that just means Jordan Poole is going ballistic. Unless Kyle Kuzma. And one thing I do want to say though, like they got straps over there. They have guns. They got. We all know Jordan Poole when he gets hot, he's a strap. Corey Kispert, that's what his calling card is. He's a shooter. Kyle Kuzma, I don't got to speak much about Kuzma. We know about Kuzma. Tyus Jones, he's a solid shooter too. Landry Shamet, Gallinari too. We all know all of these guys can shoot. That's really their only hope is they got to get hot and they gotta let the ball go.
Ron, what do we know about Kuzma though? I mean, Kuzma was a guy who he had a difficult time being the 3rd guy on the championship team, and now he's on a bad team. And in the process of him being on a bad team, what was he, 20 a game? I would think that 20 a game would be way more than that if he's that quote-unquote lethal shooter that they have. And now KP, who was one of the better box players in the game, he's gone. So that's another 20 and 8 that's off your books. Bradley Beal is gone. What are you replacing that with? You're not replacing that with anything. So because you're not replacing that with anything, now Wes Unseld, he's even more in a hole because he's got to completely change his philosophy on how he coaching. Because I don't have a guy on the block to go to for buckets like I did with KP. I don't have a legit one-on-one player like I had with Bradley Beal. Even though I did get 50 games out of him, I don't have that anymore. So what's going to be our mantra? Our mantra is just going to be us defending and rebounding. Well, we don't have that neither. We don't have that on a consistent basis. So because we don't have that on a consistent basis, and in the Eastern Conference, which is rugged at the top. So you got teams like Milwaukee, Boston, Cleveland, the Knicks, Philadelphia at the top that are basically going to beat you up. And by the way, oh, wait a minute, Washington is in the South with Miami and Atlanta. They're in that division. So I don't see this team winning 25 games. I don't.
I agree with you, Chill.
24 and 58.
This roster don't look. How this roster constructed is telling me that they tanking. They not trying to win 25 games.
And Wes Unseld gonna get the blame, even though this is not his fault. That's a bad team.
Like
they
they did the guy from Houston, who was the Houston coach, knowing that they was
No. He was a terrorist. He was.
Say Steven.
He did get sabotaged. I will say he thought he was
got
coming to coach James
sabotaged
Harden.
too.
He thought he was coming to coach James Harden. All of a sudden, James Harden wants to leave. He got sabotaged. He was also a terrorist. So, but yeah.
I mean, he could have been. Two things could be true because you do have players on the sideline ordering grills mid-game. So two things could be true. He could have been a terrorist, but his team was bad too.
Hold on, who's doing that?
Who's ordering a grill mid-game?
He in trouble right now, so I don't want to bring his name up. Yeah.
Well, that's probably the reason why he's in trouble.
Oh, damn. Okay,
Yeah, that's definitely not the reason he's in trouble.
Oh, in trouble. Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, man, get him in the minutes. I would say at least for Washington. It's time to be super serious about this team. They're dog water. They're tanking for either Ron Holland or they're tanking for what's my guy's name? Matas? Mattis? Yeah, they're tanking for one of them two. And honestly, Jesus, I mean, I don't even know if that's gonna help. I don't know if those guys are gonna be like franchise changers. If it's on me, I ain't gonna lie to you. Trade Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma. Ultra tank. Pull a Philly. Pull a 2012. Pull a process Philly. I don't know when the process started. Pull Philly. Just start the process in Washington. Because there's no point. Jordan Poole, at the end of the day, no matter what his ceiling is, I don't see him being the best player on a team that's going to contend. I know Kyle Kuzma's not going to be the best player on the team to contend. And the likelihood that you get somebody who's making around the same or more money that's going to be better than them and elevate them to come play with them, definitely unlikely in my opinion. So trade them for the most amount of assets and start your rebuild. You got rid of John Wall, you got rid of Bradley Beal. Those are your guys during the 2010s that you relied on. And that was the guys that you wanted to be your future. The future, your plan's gone. Start over. Actually start over. And starting over with Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole, it's not, at least to me, ain't doing much for real.
But wait a minute though, Damo. They not. I don't know if they starting over with them. I think that they in the transition of starting over, and this is kind of part of it. Like we haven't cleaned out the house yet. This is what we have left, and we're in the process of cleaning up the house. Once, like Mars just said, we get the number one pick in the draft. Now we can really start moving on from these dudes. Because if you look at what they got right now, who we building our unit around? Who is the guy that we building our unit around? Who is our franchise player today? I mean,
next year's number one, the 2024 first round pick is their franchise player.
That's their franchise player. Bilal could possibly be that. We don't know quite yet. Look, if you're looking at the roster as currently constructed, and Mars is 100% right, it probably is their 2024 pick. But right now, if they had one option to say this guy is our guy going forward for the next 10 years, they had to put faith in one guy. I'm assuming it will be their project. Not unless you're going to do Jordan Poole.
They're hoping he turns into
Giannis. Jordan Poole.
That's the aim. They're hoping they got a Giannis type, a young player, very just lengthy, long arms, skinny guy who can play, put the ball on the floor, play defense. They don't have Giannis. Unfortunately, they have Bilal Coulibaly, and he's not going to be a franchise guy. I wish the best for him. He's not going to be very good out the gates as well. I don't think he's even going to play. But
Mars, you don't think he's going to be good?
From the jump? No.
Just like 7 years down the line. You don't think we're going to be like that was a good pick for the Wizards?
I think he'll be a good player. Franchise player, not even close. Good player, yes. And every team needs good players as well. You can't just have a bunch of franchise players on the team. So he's going to be a good. He can play defense, run the floor, cut, pass. Highly doubt he'll ever be able to shoot. And he'll be a good utility guy. And I mean, for the numbers 7 or 8 pick, is that great? Depends on the quality of the draft. Time will tell. But he's definitely not going to be a franchise guy.
You think they should have got somebody else at that 7 spot?
Well, first of all, it didn't make sense even what they did with the 7 pick. Like they could.
It doesn't make sense to me that they traded down with Indiana and then they took I don't understand why they traded down to get the player they could have got at the pick above. Like I still don't understand what the logic behind the trade was. I guess it's like they could pay someone less or whatever. But I wouldn't have taken Bilal Coulibaly that high. I prefer Taylor Hendricks. I prefer. Would I have taken guys like Derek Lively that high? Probably not. I would have taken Taylor Hendricks or Jarvis Walker at that pick. That's
For
why.
them,
Or
for
Cam
them,
Whitmore, since he was still on the board. But as a Rockets fan, I ain't about to do that. But Cam Whitmore was the obvious pick to me, but no one wanted to take him. But so other than him, I would have taken Taylor Hendricks probably at that pick.
for them, I would have took Derek because they don't have any other bigs. So, I mean, a big would have been better than no bigs. But other than that, I'm looking at the guys that they took or at least traded for Bilal over or whatever. Yeah, Taylor. I mean, if you're high on Kaysen, if you're high on Jet, other than that, I mean, I was high on Grady. But other than that, yeah, nah, I don't see too many players where I'm like, I mean, I felt Yaquez Jr. was going to go higher. I don't know why. I was listening to too many people.
I remember Dub's reaction when the Heat took him. He was so
Yeah,
upset.
I thought
He wanted Noah Clowney. But Cam Whitmore is the pick. Like, if you were willing to bet on a project, Cam Whitmore's
the
right
guy.
there. Like, I don't know what more you like.
Yes.
I ain't complaining.
Right. 100%.
I'm surprised he dropped
make
that
sense.
low too.
I think didn't Washington have the 6th pick and they moved down to the 7th pick?
They had the 7th and moved down to the 8th.
Okay, they had the 7th pick and moved down to the 8th. And Bilal was going to be there at 8.
Regardless, because Indiana was going to take Jarvis Walker. Like, it didn't make I don't get it.
He was going to be there at 8. So, I mean, I understand I do understand the money situation, but we still have to have a franchise player. Now, don't get me wrong. When you pick in the middle of the lottery, I mean, it says a lot about where you are. And you could get a franchise player in the middle of the lottery. Steph Curry was the number 7 pick, right? You could get a franchise player in the middle of the lottery. But this kid is a project more than anything. And what he's going to be in, I'm not thinking, Ron, in 7 years. I'm thinking in 3 years. What is this guy? Is he the starting league guard? Is he the starting guard in Washington in 3 years? Well, he better be, considering they took him with the number 7 pick. What kind of improvement is this guy going to have? Because when I saw glimpses of him when he played with, didn't he play with Wemby in France? Yeah. Wasn't he on that crew? And the glimpses that I saw, he didn't jump off the screen with me. Now I understand that when you get young guys, especially guys, and I don't mean the pizzazz part, Mars. I'm just talking about his game overall. He didn't jump off the screen with me. And when you get young guys like that, when you're talking about a project, right? There has to be some development and there has to be some improvement immediately, especially when you get a guy that high. So if I didn't see anything in the little bit of time that I saw him then, now he's going to come into the NBA, which is a one-on-one, show your skill kind of league. If I don't see that improvement, we might have a problem, a big problem.
I will say, from what I do know of Metropolitans, I'm not going to I watched every game they played because I didn't. He did show the signs of improvement pretty quickly because he went from playing for like their under 21 team to their senior team within the year. That's a sign of improvement. He wasn't good enough for their senior team and he was progressing so well that they put him in the senior team. He wasn't like a high minute player for them or anything. But that is the signs of improvement. I guess maybe Washington are banking on that he can just continue to grow that quickly. I'm not sure about it, but their last lottery pick was Johnny Davis, and I thought he was going to be okay. And he was terrible in his rookie year. So maybe they just don't know how to identify talent. Or maybe they're just drafting players who are a bit further away than I expected. And maybe they are willing to put the time in and wait the 2 or 3 seasons until he's good. I don't know the direction. I guess it's a wait and see. I still hold out faith in Johnny Davis because I liked him coming out of Wisconsin. I just hope he can actually score the ball at the NBA level. But I'm on the same wait and see basis with Bilal as well. I don't really have many expectations for him as a rookie. I don't think he'll be all rookie team or anything.
Now, make sure we clear, Miles, when we talk about a guy jumping off the screen. Like I don't gravitate that much toward flash. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I recognize it when I see it, but I look for the other things in your game. Like what is the stuff that you do that makes you effective on the floor? Do you know the game? Do you rebound? Do you know how to fight around screens? Stuff like that. I pay attention to stuff like that. And I really didn't see much of that from him. And I know he's a young player, but when I watched guys like Anthony Edwards in the playoffs last year, I saw the other stuff that he was doing, and I was like, okay, this looks like this is going to turn into something. So when you get a guy with the number 7 pick, what you're telling me is that I'm going to turn this guy into my franchise player, or at least close to it. I'm building my unit around somebody like this, and I didn't really see much to suggest that.
Oh,
Yeah, I
OG,
don't see franchise.
OG and Mars, do you think he in a good situation to actually develop his skills for him to become a better player?
Well,
What have Washington shown from player? Because Bradley Beal was what, the sixth pick or third?
No,
pick?
he was third.
Yeah, I knew he was high in that draft. Okay, so he was the third pick. John Wall was the number 1 pick.
Mhm.
That's like their 2 main picks in like the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Do they get
they actually had a
credit
plan though, Mars. It looked like they
Do
had
they
a
get
plan.
credit for those guys developing, or is that you got a top 3 talent in the
Mars,
draft?
because it looked like they had a plan with those. It looked like they had a plan with those 2 guys. It wasn't like they just threw them out there. I mean, we got the number 1 point guard in the country, and we got arguably the best 2 guard in the country. We're gonna put these 2 dudes together, and we're gonna develop them, and they're gonna be our franchise players. We don't know what we got going on right now.
Because I vividly, well, not remember, I wasn't watching them, but I know the Wizards took Jan Vesely in between John Wall and Bradley Beal.
See what I'm talking about?
I still believe in Jan Vesely, man. That's crazy.
So we're like, and I know he was a high pick. He might have been like the 5th pick or something. So like, did they just get good players and like, am I giving them credit for developing them, or was Jan Vesely just a bad player? Like, because they got, if I remember correctly, I might be wrong. It was John Wall in 2010, Jan Vesely, Bradley Beal, Otto Porter.
Yep.
Yeah. I want to say Mars.
And then after that, the only lottery picks I remember is Denny Avdia. I think Corey Kispert was in the lottery.
Paulo said in the chat, Kelly Oubre was somewhere in there too.
Oh yeah, they did draft Kelly Oubre.
Kelly Oubre was.
I'm not giving him credit for John Wall though.
Kelly Oubre was 2015.
I'm not giving him credit for John Wall. John Wall was.
So after like Bradley Beal and stuff, like Otto Porter didn't pan out as a number 3 pick for injuries or whatever the case, but he didn't pan out. Kelly Oubre was there for like 2 seasons, I think. So Rui, I think they drafted in the lottery, who I think has been decent.
Yeah.
But Denny Avdia hasn't panned out yet. Corey Kispert has been decent, but nothing special. But he was like a late lottery pick, so that's fine. Johnny Davis was the Killian Hayes of his draft class at this point. So that hasn't worked. And they've just got Bilal. So I don't know where, like, they haven't really been here. So I don't know.
Actually, Mars, I think you're wrong about Rui. I think they screwed Rui up. There's a reason why Rui turned into what he was turning into with the Lakers, because first of all, they tried to make him into a box player. They didn't utilize his athleticism. They didn't utilize how good he was in transition. They never really involved him in the offense. Then they tried to turn him into a one-on-one player. So one, you're going to turn him into a box player, and then you're going to turn him into a one-on-one player on the perimeter. And then now you're going to turn him into it was almost like he was turning into Obi Toppin, where he was like, I'm going this way, wait a minute, I'm going this way. They didn't really know what they were doing with him. So their development in that particular situation wasn't very good. Now, what I'm not going to do, SB, is I'm not just going to go, they got John Wall and they got Bradley Beal, so I'm not giving them credit for that. How many times have we seen teams screw up number 1 draft picks? Just because you're the number 1 overall pick does not mean that you're just going to get on the crew and you're going to be nice. They could have wrecked him. It didn't hurt them that they had Coach Brooks, who was also a point guard in the NBA. So that absolutely helped in terms of developing these dudes.
If they managed to mess up John Wall, I would have been surprised.
I don't think you could mess that up. He was just too talented. That's why I said I can't give him credit for John Wall. Maybe Bradley Beal, because Bradley Beal stepped through when John Wall was out. But
Bradley Beal was just being used, I don't want to say as a spot-up shooter, but for like the first 4 years of his career, he wasn't being used as the Bradley Beal we know now. Like, he only really got that opportunity when John Wall left, and then everyone was like, oh, wow, Bradley Beal can really score. Before that, people just viewed him as like a shooter. Now he's viewed as a scorer, and things have changed. But is that really Washington's development, or is that John Wall left and now Bradley Beal? So
you think Bradley Beal could have played like that from the jump?
I think Bradley Beal, given more opportunity to have the ball in his hands, probably you would have seen that in like 2015 instead of having to wait till 2018, 2019.
Oh, he was playing with a double-digit assist guy. It wasn't like John Wall stayed on the deal.
And he was viewed. Well, a lot of his assists went to Marcin Gortat, but yeah, I mean, him passing the ball. I'm not saying he made it Bradley Beal's life harder. I'm saying it just limited Bradley Beal's game. Bradley Beal, I think, could have done more for himself and would have been viewed as more than a shooter if he didn't have to play next to John Wall and got his role limited. Now, would that have been in the benefit of the team? Probably not. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just saying, I think what Bradley Beal became would have happened sooner if he wasn't limited. That's all.
So, long story short, you're not giving them credit for Bradley Beal either. So, Bradley Beal, John Wall, no to the development. That's what it sounds like to me.
They could have messed up John Wall. They could have messed up John Wall for the simple fact I didn't even realize until actually going back and looking at that season, his rookie year, they had him playing next to Gilbert Arenas. And thank God Gilbert Arenas had the sense of mind to be in the mindset of, okay, I don't mind passing the torch. Because God forbid you have some drama like what's going on with Damian Lillard, or God forbid you have a disgruntled former star who wants to still show that he's worth the big contract he just signed. Who knows what that could have did to John Wall's confidence at that time. Now, we can assume in hindsight, oh, John Wall's mentally tough. He's cut from a different cloth. He would have been fine. But, hey, you never know what that can do to somebody. Everyone loves to talk about how Kwame Brown was ruined by Michael Jordan because of confidence. It could have happened again.
Damo, I want to ask everybody this, and this kind of alludes to SB's question, though. How much do you guys think it really is on the team to develop a player as much as it is the player just has it in them, the skills, the mental fortitude, the ability to even get better? You know, how much of it do you put on the team, or is it just the player is who he is and they're going to develop no matter what? Now, obviously, you can make them better, but for the most part, they're going to grow and they're going to get better. They're going to get stronger. They're going to get more mentally better. They're going to be in the gym themselves, willing to get better.
50,
I never bought into that logic.
I'm like 80-20. I think it's player, in my opinion.
Yeah, I never bought into that logic. Never.
I say it's 50-50. Looking at the Lonzo Ball situation, alone looking at Lonzo Ball, the Lakers, unless it would have took them an extra 3 seasons to figure this out, they didn't touch his jumper. They wasn't going to touch his jumper. He went down to New Orleans and immediately got his jumper changed and turned into an efficient shooter overnight. After one off season of just training. That's not even something. You can say, we can see if the player pans out with the shot, or we can see. But if you are an organization and you have the necessary equipment, you have the necessary staff, you have the necessary whatever it is to get a player developed, you need to develop that player. That's your job. You drafted this guy, put him in a situation and have him do what he needs to do to get better. We talked about how Jaylen Brown's handle got exponentially better now than it was when he was drafted. I don't think that was just Jaylen Brown saying, I'm about to drill the hell out my handles, because his handles, I think, would have looked a little bit better. It wouldn't have stopped. He had a whole different type of game change. Like, his game legit changed from being one style of a player to actually playing within that offense, getting buckets how they needed him to get buckets. And I feel that team had a lot to do with it. So it is on the team, but it's also on the player. It's a 50-50 split. If these teams are going to put you in these situations to develop and hone your skills, you got to work your ass off. You got to go out there and actually do the work and maintain that. You can't just go out there and be like, all right, well, I'm about to train super hard during training camp and whenever the team is asking me to, but in my own time, I'm chilling, doing whatever I want to do. It doesn't work like that.
No, Mars, I'm not.
That's why I put more on the team. That's why I put more on the player, because the team can give you everything you need. If you don't either use the resources or you half-ass it and don't really care, no matter what the team's doing for you, it's not going to do anything. You have to be willing to put in the work, be there in the extra hours, do stuff in your own time. Otherwise, none of what they're doing for you is going to matter. You can leave the gym open 24/7. If you're only using it when the team tells you to come in for scheduled practices, you're not going to get much better. Like, it has to be on the player themselves. You can put a player with a legendary work, like, for example, Kobe. I think you put Kobe in any situation, he's going to get better because he's Kobe Bryant. No matter what resources you give him, he is going to get better because that's what he's going to do. Right. You give someone who doesn't really care as much all the resources in the world. If they don't care to get better and don't do the extra work, they're not going to get to the level they could. So that's why I put more on the player than the team, because you can get given everything in the world and you just don't care.
With that being said, though, Miles, wouldn't it be also on the organization more? Because I'm not as high on the player as I am on the organization also, because I'm also inspired by the organization. So if I got a guy, I'm a 2-guard, and I'm coming into, I don't know, let's say I'm coming into the Knicks, and the guy that they got working with me in their basketball operations is Allen Houston, as opposed to somebody that I don't have any idea this guy is lagging and he's really not giving me any tutelage. That's really not motivating me. I'm starting to think, I think I might be in the wrong spot. I think that they're not handling me as well as they should be handling me, because I'm 100% in the agreements that when I come into the NBA, I'm not a pro. I got pro potential. It's your job to teach me the pro game. I'm as good as I am and as good as my skill set is. That doesn't mean that it's going to translate into the pro game. I've said this many times, Miles. I heard this from my grandmother. Anybody can train the secretary. You can screw them up too. So it's obvious that I'm here because I got the goods. Now it's your job to help me hone these goods. I have the work ethic because I'm here. Now, there are some guys who are lazy, and you got to motivate them in some way. That's what good coaches do. That's what good organizations do. Everybody doesn't have the work ethic as Kobe Bryant. Everybody doesn't have the work ethic as Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan. Everybody doesn't have that work ethic. So that's your job as an organization to, one, do the homework on these guys, see what kind of players and what kind of people these guys are. And two, once you find that out and you bring them into your organization, make sure that you train them the right way so they can get better. It's just not me going, all right, I want to get better. Well, how do I get better?
You also can look at teams and my fault, I just want to chime in and say to the point of you can have a guy with this ultra work ethic, but you also can have a team that doesn't utilize this guy. You can have you an 18, 19-year-old kid who has tremendous work ethic and want to get better. But if he's the third guy, if he's the third shooting guard in your depth chart, and the only vision you have for him for the next 3 years is you're going to be in the G League until this guy we have on this max deal, this vet that we brought in the offseason, they're going to play in front of you because they're getting paid to. And if that organization has that, if they have that mindset, it don't matter how hard you work, no one's going to see the development, or the development might get stunted because they're putting their assets into, they got 2 picks this year. They got a big man that they got later in the draft who's a prospect, but they're going to put all their development work into him because they didn't sign a big man in the offseason. They ain't getting no vet bigs. They got 6'8" Dario Saric, so they got to really get this guy developed right now. But they developed you, well, not developed, but they drafted you maybe a little bit earlier, maybe later. We could flip it around and make sense. But they drafted you as a guard. You have the work ethic. You probably have better skills, but they're not about to look at you because they already have an all-team first team NBA guard. They might have a guy that just made the All-Star team at guard. So now you put him in the background. And maybe I don't know the entire situation off the court, but I look at something like Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas obviously can get busy on the court, but for whatever reason, and it could be off the court issues, it could be stuff that we just don't see. It could be just he is a 6'3" Michael Beasley for all I know. Yeah. They just aren't playing Cam Thompson. That he's getting as much play time as Theo Pinson. So I don't know what's like. I'm pretty sure he has some type of work ethic to be as good as he is to get whatever shot he wants, but not to get played. That would kill somebody.
Yeah, before I say to answer the question, to your point too, Damo, my team is a perfect example of that. We got DeMar DeRozan playing a 3 because we paid him, but we got a guy, Patrick Williams. Now he got to play outside of his position just to get some PT time when he really is a 3, but we got him playing the 4 because of that exact situation, because we got an all-star player on a high contract, and that streak there is developing. To the question, I think like it's 60-40 when you a top lottery pick, because now you got to make sure that I invested a top pick into you. So I got to make sure you panned out, because that'll make the organization look bad. Hey, you took somebody for the 4th pick in the draft, 2nd pick in the draft, and you ruin this guy, that's going to make you look bad as an organization. But I think when it comes to like the guys later in the rounds, like how Jimmy Butler was like the 30th pick or something like that, yeah, it's like a 70-30, because you still, at the end of the day, you have to put the work in. But also, it's still your job as an organization to get this player sharp enough and put this player in the right position to be good, to develop great. Imagine my team is a perfect example of that, because we had guys like Wendell Carter, who we didn't play him right. Now he go to Orlando, start balling out. Bobby Portis goes to Milwaukee, start playing better. Now we even going through that with Kobe White, where now pretty much he's a shooting guard, but we trying to run him like a point guard. So sometimes, yes, organization. Larry Marketing was in. That was coaching with that one with the injury.
You had Jim Boylan with Larry Marketing.
Yeah, Jim Boylan. It was So he.
Hey, but coaching still goes into that SB. Yeah. The GM, the organization, the coaching, all of that is the franchise. You have to put the right coaches in place to teach your kids. Why you think the Rockets got old boy up out of there, and they brought in Ime Udoka? Because they know Ime is probably going to resonate with the kids more. They're going to listen to him more, gravitate to him more. And on top of that, he's going to run better schemes, put them in better places, and coach them to wins, build up their confidence.
That's true.
I agree with this. I still think it's more so on the player, just the individual to handle a business. I agree. Situations can differ and there's definitely worse situations to be in than others. I'm not arguing that every situation is the same. You just got to deal with it. But I think regardless of the situation you're in, you control what you can control. And to me, you can control how hard you work. You can control the work you put in. I think to Chill's point about the motivation, I think motivation should come from within. I don't think you need outside forces to try and motivate you. If you need a former all-pro or whatever to motivate you at your position to teach you the game, I think you should already aspire to be that great with or without Allen Houston's tutelage or whoever the case may be. I think Wemby going into the Spurs is great for him, but I think he should aspire to be great, not because Tim Duncan's there with him, but because he wants
It
to. It
definitely helps, though, Mars. It definitely helps. 100%.
It does help, and that's why I gave 20%, because I think situation does definitely impact it. But I still think ultimately it does come down more so to you and what you're willing to put into it.
And also, too, Mars, when you get on an organization where they have a plan for you, I'll give you a prime example with Kobe Bryant when he got to the Lakers. There was a plan for Kobe. Jerry West knew what he saw with Kobe Bryant and putting him together with Shaq. This thing is going to work. Just give it some time. I don't think Charlotte had any idea what they was doing with Kobe Bryant. I think they would have wrecked him. Looking at that crew, as great as Kobe Bryant's work ethic was, as hard as he went, as much as he was in the gym, I don't think they had any plan on what they were going to do with him. Same thing with the Nets. I don't think they had any idea what they were going to do with him. Jerry West, the reason why he was such a great GM, because he saw the future with Bryant. He saw the future with him and Shaq. This thing is going to work. I got my wing player. I got my guard. I got my big man. I'm going to build this unit around these two. And I see the kid's work ethic. I've seen how good he is in workouts. I see that his game is pro ready. And it's just now a matter of putting him in a situation where he can be successful. That's what great organizations do, as opposed to a team that's developing a guy, but not really knowing what they're doing with him when they develop him. And I think that's what Charlotte would have done with Kobe. I think they would have wrecked him. The best thing that could have happened to him was going to the Lakers, because that was the best situation for him, even though they were a playoff team and he didn't play early on.
Chill. I agree that was the best situation, but I don't think Charlotte wrecks Kobe. A player like, and this is why I do think it's probably like, I'll say 75% player, 25% organization, because fit obviously matters. And that 25, I'm saying 25%, but that 25% matters a lot. But the thing about a guy like Kobe is, Kobe would have went over there. He would have looked around the room. He would have instantly said, "I'm the best player on this team." The same thing that he did on the Lakers with Shaq in the room. Kobe looked around the room and said, "Yeah, Shaq's here, but I'm the best player on this team." Kobe would have went over there. He would have still worked as hard as he would have. He would have still been a dog. He would have still been a two-way player. He would have still got the ball. No matter if it's a double team, no matter what the defense is playing, and he still would have shot the ball. He would have missed a lot of shots, but he would have made shots as well. And I think you got to understand, like, Kobe.
Would they have? Let me ask you this question, Ron. Would they have? Like you just mentioned, you talked about him missing a lot of shots. Would they have let him develop as good as as many shots that he missed early, right? As many turnovers, because this is part of the growing pains, right? When you coming up, would they have allowed that, or would they have been like, no, he's trying to take over the crew, put him on the bench instead of allowing this dude, instead of allowing him to grow into the player that Jerry West saw him to be? I think it actually expedites Kobe's process as becoming the man. I think Kobe averages 30 sooner. I think Kobe averages 20 sooner. I think, like, a lot of people will call it empty stats. They're going to lose a lot of games, but Kobe's still going to get them shots up. And here's the thing. You got to understand, if it's a franchise like Charlotte, it's the same thing with somebody like Bilal, for instance. Now, I'm not saying Bilal is Kobe or he's going to be as good as Kobe, but if Bilal come out and if he shows a little bit of promise, they're going to let him go. Because it's like how I was saying earlier, you're going to invest into that next person who's going to be your franchise player. If they show a little bit of promise, they're going to be sitting back licking their lips like, "Oh yeah, we got us one. Let him go. Play him 35 minutes a game. Put the ball in his hands. Let's actually see what he can do." All right, now we see that we got a dog. Now let's start trying to build around him. And I mean, obviously that's up to the franchise whether they're good enough to put the promising pieces around him. But when you get a player like that, you like, yo, come on, we got you. Now you go, and it's our job to build around you. But Ticket, I want to hear from you though. How do you feel about this question? Do you think that you can that it's more on the player or it's more on the franchise? You being a former player, you know ball more than the rest of us. So talk to us.
Oh, you want to be an asshole too?
Ticket, I'm being serious.
You
They be joking. I'm being serious.
You want to be a fuck boy too? That's what you want to do today?
All right.
You want to do today, right? You just want to talk. You want to be disrespectful, piece of shit too, like the rest of these motherfuckers acting, right?
Ticket, you know ball. We know you know ball.
I'm gonna say this to you, right? Because you're a disrespectful motherfucker. I'm gonna let you know that. And I came with respect. You understand what I'm saying? That shit you doing is bullshit. That shit you just pulled. That's fuck shit. That's the shit I don't respect. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say this to you. I disagree with what Chilltown was saying about the development in Charlotte and in New Jersey. I think Kobe probably would have won 2 championships if he would have went to the New Jersey Nets. And the reason being because they went to the finals without him with lesser players. They went to the finals and played against Kobe and Shaq. And so if Kobe goes to that team, playing with a guy like J. Kidd, playing with those guys he played with, I think Kobe actually wins 2 championships and is the man, and his process is fast forwarded better. Also in Charlotte, they were still getting to the playoffs. They were still an organization that was winning games.
That was a real good team. That's why I'm worried. That's why I'm worried about his development for that point from that perspective right there. The fact that Charlotte team was a good team. It wasn't like he was getting on a crew that was whack and he was going to play right from the beginning. And it wasn't a young league like it is today. That's why I worry about it.
But what's the percentage of players that y'all can say, like, no matter what situation that they're in, they can still raise to the occasion? Because I don't think it worked for everybody. Kobe is 101, so that was like kind of different.
No, I was just saying. All I was saying was this, right? And I want to make something clear to everybody that's listening to this video. I don't feel like my opinion is better than anybody else's. If I did, I wouldn't come on the show and talk to the other guys. I don't like how the Players' Choice put a platform to where they let motherfuckers that never played the game be able to not disagree, but beyond that, disrespect guys who did. So what they do over here is that they dumb down guys' opinions that really played if they don't agree with you. I don't like that. That's the part about it I don't like. And then if you be yourself, like I be myself, and I may talk sometimes and I may say something, then everybody will jump and say, oh, Ticket, you're this, you're that, you're that. But then if I sit back and be quiet and let everybody else talk and listen to them do the same thing that I do when I'm talking, you know, when they cut each other off and they're talking, there's not that same energy. You understand what I'm saying? From the chat, from anybody. So that is the part that befuddles me. You understand what I'm saying? And so, you know, like I said, I'm not a meme. I'm a made nigga with or without PC. I respect PC and what they doing. I respect what Shaq had going on, but I don't like that part of it. But as I was saying, the only thing I listen, I think Washington will win 36 to 38 games. I think they'll be better than what everybody on the panel thinks, because they have good players on the team. I think that the foreign guy, Demi, I think he's going to take a big step up this year. Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma. The one thing we can't take away from them is they have championship experience. Even though they weren't the best players on the team, they understand how to win, and I think they're a playing team. I think they can win some games this year. I think they'll be able to put up a lot of points with the guys they got, and so I like that about their team. I like the defense that a guy like Gafford brings at the center spot as far as blocking shots and his ability to rebound. I think he should be able to take a small step up this year. And as I said before, man, Danilo Gallinari, I think they got him this year. He'll be a good vet to have. Another guy that can come off the bench and fill it up. So I think they'll be able to put numbers on the board. And
you think he stays with them, Ticket, all season? You think Gallinari stays with them all year, or at some point do they move on and maybe they can get a 1 or maybe a couple of 2s for him?
No, I think they kind of stick it out. Like I like the pieces. Like they got Monte Morris over there at the point, I believe. I like those pieces, man.
I don't think Monte on this team.
Not Monte Morris. I mean,
Tyus Jones.
Tyus Jones, old boy from the Memphis Grizzlies. Yeah, I like this team. I don't dislike this team. I think this team is a type team that's going to surprise a lot of cats on nights that they sleep and they think it's a joke. And I think they're going to win a lot of games just off that. Outscoring cats. You know, this is a league where it's gone from being a real defensive league to an offensive league. And so when you think of it like that, and when you got guys who can fill it up like Poole, Kuzma, and then, Gallinari can give you 13, 14 off the bench. Gafford will probably be around 10 points, 9, 10 rebounds, two or three blocks, potentially. I like this team, man. I like this team. I think that they're headed in the right direction with the guys they got. You can't be headed backwards when you get guys who have championship experience. And so, yeah, that, and then just the thing with Kobe, I disagree with Chilltown. I think Kobe goes to New Jersey Nets. You get J. Kidd and those same guys they had around them, You know, because you're basically replacing him with a guy like Richard Jefferson or one of those guys. That was I forget who was on that team. It was Kerry Kittles. It was
Kerry Kittles, Richard Jefferson,
number one
Lucius
overall.
Harris,
He would have went
Jason
to New
Kidd,
Jersey
Keith
or
Allen.
Charlotte.
Yeah, I was kind of weird.
Yeah.
How Kobe get on the Nets? That's what I was
They had the 7 pick in the draft,
And he said, if you draft me, I'm going overseas.
And by the way, he said that if they would have drafted him, he would have been in Jersey. He would have 100% went to Jersey.
Yeah, so chill. I think they get to the. I think if they get to the finals, they win. I think they get to the finals with Kobe. At that time, that would have been about 3 or 4 years in. No,
6 years. That would have been year 6 for him.
And they definitely would have. He'd have went to the finals.
That would have been year 6 for him.
Yeah, he'd have won multiple championships with J. Kidd and them. I think.
Well, the question is does he stay with them that whole time? Because remember, we under the impression, like with the Marbury situation, with Marbury, that was a disaster. And then now they trade for Jason Kidd. With Bryant on that team with Marbury, are they better? They probably are better. I don't know. I can't say with 100% certainty that they're not better. So they may be a playoff team. I just don't know. Jerry West just seemed like the only guy who knew what he was doing with Bryant, as opposed to Charlotte, with it not being a young man's league at that time, with it being a bunch of vets and it being an older league. Jerry West knew what he was doing with Kobe, and he knew how to develop him. That's why he got Del Harris out of there, because Del Harris.
Hey, Mars, you talking shit in the comment section, and that's the part about you I don't like. I'm not mad at that. I'm mad at your mother. Remember that.
Anyway,
close your mouth.
All I said was you was mad at our impertinence.
All you do is try to, when I try to calm this down, you try to drum it up by doing that little dumb shit, right? And then
I'm just using long words in the chat. If the long words make you mad, I apologize.
You'll call me. I'm a made man in real life.
I'll use simple words.
Because I didn't go to PC weekend and break your neck, you'll call me a coward. And they'll put me off the show. They'll let you do that dumb shit. They'll let you do that dumb shit. They'll let you do that dumb shit on here. And Ron, this is the type of shit that I be talking about. Y'all will let him do stupid shit to keep this shit going, right? And that's the part I don't like about that shit. And then y'all will put up these fucking videos and try to clip them out and try to make a nigga look bad by putting them having the last word and cutting. Man, come on, bro. That shit whack, bro. That shit whack. And you wonder why I don't fuck with this shit.
I'll use shorter words.
I'm just telling you, dog. You asking for it, right? You asking for it. I'm telling you, bro. It sound good now. It sound good. It sound good. It sound good. It's cool. No problem, Ron. But that's the type of shit I be talking about.
I didn't know the long
Ron,
I guess
but then when shit really gets serious, Ron, I don't want everybody who was saying that, oh, tickets a duck, ticket this, ticket that. I don't want niggas then changing their opinion afterwards. I want niggas to stand on that same opinion they had before, when they thought I was ducking and they thought I was all this shit. When I'm just saying, just let's keep that shit, because I try to be respectful, right? I listen to everybody. Didn't cut nobody off. Am I right, Chilltown? I respected everybody's conversation.
We was actually having a conversation, you and me.
That's the type of shit I be talking about, bro. But see, y'all don't respect that real shit. That's what I said. So when I get nasty, don't get mad. Just understand why happened. What happened?
My fault, guys. My fault. I didn't mean it. I just used the long words in the chat and he got upset. I apologize.
All right, y'all. Ox, I want to hear from you. We've heard from everybody else. I want to know how you feel about the percentages or whatever you want to use in terms of who is on more, with the franchise or the player. And then I also want to hear how many games do you think the Wizards will win this year? Ox,
you muted.
Yeah.
Can't hear you.
My bad, Ron. I had a distraction, so my friends always playing with me. Can you repeat that real quick, bro? My bad.
Oh, yeah. I was just saying.
Hey, you know what, Ron? You know what? Fuck this goddamn chat, man.
I'll chat.
All right, Ox. How do you feel about in terms of development? Do you think it's more on the player? Do you think it's more on the franchise? And then also, who you think is going to win more, or how many games do you think the Wizards are going to win?
Development, I think it's development. I would say it's more like 80-20 player to. But if you're in the NBA though, and you got resources regardless of your team, so I might even go like 100% on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely a blessing. Bro, cause y'all chill. It's definitely a blessing to have like resources, have shooting coaches, have like top-notch training facilities and stuff like that. That's definitely a blessing. But I feel like once you get to that level, you got access to guys like Rico Hines, all the guys that do development. So it's a lot on the player. It's a lot on you to get better, I think. So that's my take on that. I don't know. It's a blessing to have a good training staff, but it's on you to get better. As far as the Wizards, bro, they'll be lucky to win 20.
That's it.
I don't think they're trying to win more than 20 games. That's the point. That's the point.
So I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna just assume let's say it's a utopian season. Everybody stays healthy. Everybody's trying to win. Nobody's tanking. Nobody's load managing. If that's how it is, bro, the Wizards are lucky to win 20 games. It's no way they got a terrible team. A terrible team.
They do. That part I will not disagree with.
And don't get me wrong, I like Kuz. I like Tyus. I've even found myself sticking up for Jordan Poole these past couple weeks. But that's about to be terrible.
Oh yeah, I wanted to know, like, was it going to be them just outscoring people that was going to get them to the play-in or playoffs before Ticket had left? I just want to know what it is exactly, because I didn't think it was going to be Daniel Gafford's defense alone that was going to be able to just anchor them being a playing team. We were going to take a lot of it was going to take a more fortunate situations than the Rockets to be a playing team, because this roster is just don't look like they're going to be doing much other than competing for the number one spot in the draft. Like, I don't.
Yo, Damo, who are they better than? Maybe Charlotte.
And you know what's crazy?
You guys are sleeping on Charlotte with a healthy LaMelo.
Let's do this, Big Ox. Let's just do this, Damo. We don't even need to Big Ox and Damo. Let's just do this. Let's just stay in the division. Orlando, Atlanta, Miami, Charlotte, Washington. Who are they better than in just in the division?
Weak ass division.
No,
maybe Charlotte.
I'm trying to think outside. I'm trying to think how much does LaMelo Ball really push them over the
Wizards? A lot. Yeah, the Wizards a lot.
I mean, LaMelo is genuinely better than everybody on the team, but the combination of Kuzma and Jordan Poole, I'm not gonna say cancels out LaMelo. But depending on how good, they getting Miles Bridges back. They're not better than Charlotte. I'm gonna be honest with you. They're not better than Charlotte. A healthy Charlotte? No.
To answer your question, Chitchat, I'm gonna have to ask you: can we count G League teams?
No G League teams, just the Southeast Division. That's it. Miami, Orlando, Atlanta, Charlotte, Washington.
They're the worst team in that division.
They're the worst team in the worst division in the NBA.
They're the worst team in the NBA. They might be the only team that can get beat by a college team.
I'm not on the fence about that. I think they're the worst team in the NBA.
Hey, when Washington start off 6-2, I don't want to hear anyone.
Mars, you gonna jump on the train like you did last year with Utah. I gotta snatch you off.
When Jordan Poole's averaging 29 and they're 6-2, I don't want to.
They did the same thing last year, Mars. It was December. They was in first place in the Eastern Conference, and everybody was like, "Washington's a playoff team. Get the hell out of here." Hell no.
I said it earlier though.
No.
Yo, if Kuzma and Jordan Poole get hot, and Corey Kispert out there sparking it up from the corner. I'm not, and once again, I'm not saying that I think that they're gonna win 30 games. I barely think they're gonna win 25 games. But it's gonna be some games where Kuzma and Jordan Poole get hot, and Tyus Jones is gonna be feeling himself. He a good point guard. He gonna get them good shots.
And lose by 15.
Lose by 15. They can't lose every game by 15 though.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. I'm not trying to be disingenuous. Just trying to put a little humor into it. You're right, but at the same time, Ron, there's going to be plenty of times when Jordan Poole is hot, Kyle Kuzma's hot, Tyus Jones has 8 to 10 assists, and they get blasted.
Remember too, Ron, in order to be a competitive team in the NBA, you have to have somebody, because you can. I watched Houston plenty of times where they were in games and then down the stretch, they just go to pieces. So the last 7-8 minutes of the fourth quarter, where they don't have somebody that they consistently can go to for buckets, somebody that they can get stops. This Washington team, you might have a team where you're competitive, where you get into games where you're late in the third quarter, early in the fourth quarter, where it's a 2-possession game, and Charlotte or a team, the Knicks, Miami, teams like that, they just pull away from you because they have more. You don't have anybody that we know for a fact we can draw it up for you and we can get a bucket. We don't have anybody in the huddle that's going, you deal with number 24, or you score the rest of the buckets, I'll deal with 24. We don't have anybody for that. There's going to be a lot of undisciplined stuff going on this roster. That's why I look at this team and I'm thinking, who are they better than? And I don't see anybody just in that division alone. I don't see anybody that they're better than.
And this is what I'm keep getting confused on because I had to type up the standings again and relook at the Eastern Conference because everybody keep talking about Wizards in the play-in. I don't. Only team I can see them maybe possibly being better than. I don't think they're better than them either. Is maybe the Pistons. You got the Pistons, the Hornets, the Magics, the Pacers, the Bulls.
Yeah, actually, they are better than the Pistons.
I don't know. I'm with Damo with that. I ain't buying that.
Yeah, crazy.
I mean, maybe that's
better
only
than Detroit. No.
The Wizards might win 15 games, bro.
Yeah.
SBU
25 as far as I'm going, big guy. I'm going 25. That's as far as I'm going.
I mean,
they in the same realm though.
I ain't going.
They're not in the same realm.
The Wizards in the pit. So what? If
They're not in the same realm.
The Pistons finished 15th. The Wizards finished 14th.
That was last year. SB. Who was their Cade? Who was their Jaden? Who was their Jalen Duren? Who was their Boyan?
Are we talking about next year or in the future? Because next year, I'm almost positive that Jordan Poole is going to have a better season than Cade. Next year, I'm almost positive.
Oh my God!
Next year, I'm almost positive that Kyle Kuzma is going to have a better year than Jalen Duren. I'm almost positive of this.
Statistically, like
yes.
Okay, well that's fine.
Hey, chill out, Damo. Hey, Damo, chill out.
That's cool. That's cool. But Boyan Bogdanovic is better than everybody on the Wizards. First of all, Jalen Duren is terrorizing their bigs down there. I mean, Brian, come on, bro. Like, yeah, they might. Jordan Poole might average more points than Jaden Ivey. That's cool. You can have that one.
He's gonna average more points than Cade.
You know
You
what?
can have
Ron?
that you can have that one too. You can have that one too, Ryan.
No. I'm not standing for this. I'm not standing for this.
You're not standing for what? Jordan Poole's gonna have a better season statistically than Cade Cunningham.
I'm not gonna lie, Ron. I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't buying this neither.
You're disrespectful. You beat a scumbag. With all that being said, with all that being said, man, fuck this. Fuck.
Yo, Chad, I'm sorry, y'all. That's two today, Chad.
Oh God, you are wild for that, Ron. I mean, this
Mars, I'm wild for saying that.
First of all,
I don't want to leave you with only 4 panelists, so I'm not.
Oh damn!
But the impertinence is crazy right now. I'm sorry,
Mars. That word is banned from the show and the chat. Don't.
I apologize.
Please don't do it again.
I apologize. My fault.
Y'all sick individuals, bro.
No, I got to get back to this. So I'm crazy for saying that Jordan Poole is going to have a better stat line. I'm not saying impact on winning. I'm not saying that he's going to be more beneficial. I'm saying a better stat line than Cade Cunningham. That's crazy.
I agree with you.
It depends how you view a stat line as better. What makes
I'm about to say if you're about to say because he scored more points he was better, then I don't know what to tell you.
And that's all you're going on for Damo.
Jordan Poole's about to give you an inefficient 26 points a game this year, but Cade Cunningham's going to be a more efficient player. He's going to have a higher impact on winning. He's going to do everything else, including playing defense, more than Jordan Poole, and his team's going to have more wins. Hell, he might even be an all-star.
Ron, are you honestly sitting here telling me that you're going to take Jordan Poole? You're going to take Jordan Poole's 26 over Cade Cunningham's 25 and 6? I'm not doing that.
25 and 6.
I'm not taking.
I think Cade's probably going to average more assists. So when I said better stat line, I mean he's going to score more. Because Cade's going to average more rebounds, or he's going to average more rebounds. He's going to average more assists. But I mean, when you look at it from a casual look, everybody will go for that.
That's casual logic, Ron. That's
no, for sure.
Runs appeal into the casual community. I mean,
exactly. But I'm saying like when Jordan, and first off, I think he's going to average more than 26. So if he averages 28, they're going to say he had a better season than Cade. When you look at it from the outside in, because they're both going to be losing teams. So when you just look at it, you're going to be like, okay, Jordan Poole averaged 28. He had a couple games where he had 40. He had the baddies on the front row. It was a pool party. We hyped it up. They're going to say Jordan Poole had a better season than Cade Cunningham.
No, I'm not buying that.
Keep going. Hey, I'm telling you, at the end of the year, we're going to look back on it, and it's going to look like Jordan Poole had a better season than Cade.
Ron, you telling me Jordan Poole averaged 28, 27 points. You pretty much say he's going to pretty much come back and be the next Bradley Beal there. He's going to put up the same production of points like Bradley Beal did. That's what you're telling me, putting up 27 points right off bat.
Where's Bradley Beal?
Come on.
I'm not even thinking about it. I'm not thinking about it from that aspect.
It's crazy.
I'm not.
I'm crazy. How's that 20? Mikal Bridges averaged 20. What he averaged 27 on the Nets
in like 27 games.
But I'm saying he still did it though. I'm saying it's still. Look, if I would have told you guys last year before you got traded, oh my God, Mikal Bridges is about to go over there and average 27. You guys would have did the same thing you're doing to me right now. It's no way Mikal Bridges is doing that.
OG and Terry, y'all been high on Mikal Bridges, not me.
Yeah, I wouldn't have believed 27. I would have believed like 23, 24.
If you would have told me he was going to the Nets and he was going to put up crazy numbers, I'd have been like, okay. I mean, it's the Nets. Someone has to score. Who is it going to be? Cam Johnson? Like, someone got to score.
What are we talking about right now, Damo? We're talking about the Wizards.
Again. You listen. I toned out after it was even mentioned that Jordan Poole's going to have a better season. So I really didn't even hear your criteria for what was making a better season. I can only assume that you're going to say that he's going to score a lot of points. Because he's going to
score more. He's going to score more. And it's going to look better. He's going to
I
score more and it's going to look better.
Ron, here's why it's not going to look better. Because even
TikTok, is that why it's going to look better? Listen, I feel you.
It's about the pizzazz.
Exactly. He's going to jump off the screen. Cade's not. Boring pick and roll with Jalen Duren.
He should score more because there's less talent over there, and they're doing nothing but tanking. So he has all the shots. When Cade Cunningham has actual talent on his team that he's trying to win with, of course he's not going to just score because he's a better basketball player. But if you're going to tell me Jordan Poole's going to have a better season just because he's going to score more, then we're just having a casual conversation. At that point, LeBron's to go. Let's get super casual.
Dumbo. For that same matter, the Detroit Pistons are tanking too.
No, they're
not. No, they're
not trying to, but they are. When they win 24 games next year, when they win 24 games next year, they are tanking.
They'll probably win 31, 32.
And even if they
35,
let's just say that they let's say they win 30. Let's say they win 30, or what Big Ox said. They win 31 games. That's almost a 15-game improvement for Detroit. You know what that means? That means Cade is much better. That means Duren is much better. That means Ivy is much better. I can tell you right now, if the Washington Wizards, if Jordan Poole is averaging 28 a game, they are still at the bottom of the Eastern Conference. Still, and they are not improving. So there's no way that you're going to sell me that a guy in Jordan Poole, who all he is buckets, and guys go after him defensively. He's basically a cone that Cade Cunningham does so much more than him in terms of his ability to distribute, his ability to defend, his ability to score because he's a bigger guard and finishing at the rim. That because Jordan Poole's averaging 28 a game on a team that's arguably the worst team in the league, not the worst team in the East, in the league, he had a better season than Cade. Good luck trying to prove that, Ron. So chill, because you asked me that same question. So can I ask you, what are we talking about with Cade Cunningham if they win 23 games?
Wait, Chitchat. Before you answer, I just want to say, Chitchat, from that last what you just said last time. If we still had Steve Jabby in the back, Chitchat, your square would be on fire and Ron's would be frozen.
Anyway, now to answer your question, Ron, what would I say? I would say that
if they win 23 games.
If they won 23 games, I would say that the same thing happened last year, happened this year. Somebody got injured and they was out for the season because there's no way that they improve only by 6 games. No way. They are definitely going to be better than 6 games this season with a healthy Cade, with a healthy Ivan, with a healthy Duren, with a healthy James Wiseman, with these guys all being healthy and with their new coach. They definitely improve by more than 6 games. Yes, they do.
All right, y'all. When when the Pistons aren't winning and the Wizards aren't winning, but Cade is putting up I guess he's gonna put up an efficient 25-7. That's what you said, Chill.
I ain't even going that far. How about we go 20? How about we go 22? How about we go 22-8-6?
22-8-6, and they win 23 games, and Jordan Poole is exploding for 40-point games and doing all of this, and he finishes the year averaging 28. I'm
in March and they won 17
games.
Time
out. Ron, do you think Jordan Poole is better than Cade Cunningham?
No, I don't.
Oh, thank God.
But in his situation, he's going to be able to do more than Cade's able to do. And he's just a better scorer at this point than Cade is. So
why would he do more than
are you arguing
this is a Cade team?
No. What did I say that was crazy? No, his position,
you agree Cade is better.
Cade is better, but Jordan's going to look better this year.
You agree both teams aren't going to be very good. So what are we talking about? You just trying to say that Jordan Poole is going to have better highlights?
No, I'm saying Jordan Poole. I said he's going to put up a better stat line in terms of scoring. That's what I said.
No,
I don't see why that's
That's not what you said, though. You said Cade. You see now that's crazy, and that's crazy that you're gonna pull that one out. You literally said Jordan Poole is gonna look better. At first,
he's going to look better.
No. You said Jordan Poole is gonna have a better. You said Jordan.
It's already happening.
You said Jordan Poole is going to have a better year than Cade. Then you said Jordan Poole is going to look better than Cade. And now we're going down to Jordan Poole is going to have a better statistical scoring year than Cade. Now I
stand on all of those. He's on the worst team in the NBA. He's going to get the most shots on the worst team in the NBA. Mm-hmm. And he's, like I said, he's going to explode and he's going to have multiple 40-point games. He's going to have a bunch of 30-point games. It's going to be nights where Jordan Poole is looking unstoppable.
As opposed to a guy who was on the worst team in the league the year before that, who wasn't healthy, now is going to be healthy and going to be better this season with another guy he's on the crew with in Ivy, who's going to be better. On a better team with Jalen Duren, who's going to be better. With Wiseman and a better coach. And his numbers are going to look better. Outside of scoring, his numbers are going to look better. You still tell me he's going to look better than him.
That's the problem. That's the problem. And this is the point I'm trying to make.
Stop it, Ron.
That's the problem. This is the point I'm trying to make. I don't think the Pistons are going to be good. You guys do. I don't think that Cade is going to go ballistic like that this year. You guys do. I think Cade averages a good. I don't know.
I think Cade is a 19 to 22 a game guy this year. That's what I think he is.
If Cade averages 19, 6, and 7, I'm telling you, it does not look better than Jordan Poole's 28 points per game. I'm telling you guys this right now.
So what if he gets to 28 points with the worst record in the league?
28 points.
The worst record in the league.
This is the point I'm trying to make. If they're the 15th seed, the best Detroit's going to be is the 13th
41%.
How about 41, man? Man, 41, man.
How about 51 and 35 on the long ball? How about we do that?
41 might be pushing. He's about to take 11 threes a game. I don't know if he's shooting 41%.
So, Chitchat, Jordan Poole is legitimately taking 24 shots a game.
And 11 of them are going to
at minimum 20. At minimum.
I'm not at minimum 22.
Like you said, 11 and 12 of them shots going to be threes.
11 of them are going to be threes.
This is about to be despicable.
28 is crazy, though. He's not averaging 28.
Tyus Jones,
why is he not?
Tyus Jones' blood pressure is
he might average 28 on 25 shots and 6 free throws.
That could be the case. That could be the case.
Better than whatever Cade.
1% shooting, Ron. You know how bad that is.
Hey, you man love Allen Iverson.
All right,
Ron gonna give me a stroke. That's what.
Hey, we gonna see. We gonna see. All I'm gonna stand on is it's gonna look better than what Cade's doing because they're not gonna be winning either.
Ron, can I ask you a couple questions?
What's up?
Did the Raptors get better from last year?
We haven't got around to the. Hold on, let me look at their team. We haven't got around to the Raptors episode, but let me see.
FIBA MVP on
they lost Van Fleet. They still got Siakam. They still got OG. They still got Scotty Barnes.
They
still got Boucher. They got Schroeder.
Personally, I don't think they got worse. Personally, I think Dennis Schroeder is just as good as Fred VanVleet. And
this is going somewhere too, Damo. I know where you're going.
Yeah, I don't think they got worse. And Damo, before you get started, the 3 players over there aren't the 3 players over here for the Raptors. They're just not. And the gap between year 1 and year 2 is a lot bigger than the gap between year 3 and year 4 or year 5 and year 6. It's just, bro, it's different. It's completely different.
You said the Wizards players are better?
Okay. I think he's talking about the Raptors, but I'm not even gonna.
No, I'm talking about Detroit. If that's where you're going with Detroit, if you're saying
well, I wasn't gonna stop with the Raptors, but I would assume you're talking about the 3 players on the Raptors and not the 3 players in Detroit, right? You're talking about Spinning P, OG, and who's the third? Oh, Scotty Barnes. I always forget about him.
Spinning P is crazy. Bro.
Yeah, Spinning P. That he's a spin move away from missing a layup. That's about it. Chicago Bulls. Did they get better?
I wouldn't say they got better, no.
I would assume that we're going to say that he are plateauing at best. I don't know. Did they get better or did they just plateau?
The Miami Heat?
The Miami Heat.
They lost their starting backcourt, so until they get Dame, I'm damn near going to say that
they hung up the phones on those trade talks, so there is no getting Dame.
Respect Josh Richardson pickup? Was it Josh Richardson they got?
Yep, and Bryant.
Yeah, he's
Bryant
not
too.
moving anywhere. He's moving.
And
If
then
it was Kobe Bryant, maybe.
did the Atlanta Hawks get better?
No, I wouldn't say they got better.
No. Okay. So all those teams outside of
He named
Toronto,
the playing teams. He named the playing
I named the
teams.
playing teams. Now I would say, looking at the playing teams, if 3 of them didn't get better, 1 of them got better in your opinion, 3 of them didn't get better. And knowing you, I would assume you know the Pacers. We can assume the Pacers are going to be better, right?
Yes.
I would feel you would say the Magic would be better, right?
Their players developed. Do I think they got better? Not really, no.
Spoiler for the Magic episode coming this week. Nice.
Crazy. And that leaves Washington, Charlotte, and Detroit as the last 3 teams that didn't make the play-in that we can assume, could make a rise. That if those 3 teams fall, or 2 of those teams fall, we can assume 1 of these 3 teams will make a rise. Out of those 3 teams, which 3 teams between the Wizards, the Hornets, and the Pistons do you think will rise to that 10th seed?
They're all shooting dice. They're all like all 3 of them. So you got LaMelo Ball, you got Cade Cunningham, and who's the 3rd team?
The Wizards.
The 28-point scorer.
The team we talking about right now.
They all easy to forget. They all easy to forget. So you got Jordan Poole, you got Cade Cunningham, and you got LaMelo Ball, all in the back of the locker room shooting dice for who gonna be the 12th seed, 13th seed.
10th seed.
The 10th is not. It's not in the realm of possibility. It's not
for
happening
any of those teams.
For any of those teams, Damo.
So for the Pistons, the Pistons. Well, first of all, I would think it would be the Pistons because I don't think that the Hornets nor the Wizards are going to be a 10th seed. But I can assume Chicago could probably lose 5 less games because the difference between the playing teams and the teams right on the outside are 5 games. That's the difference. I would assume the Pacers win 5 more. The Wizards won 35 last year. I think they drastically fall. The Magic won 34, and the Pistons didn't have Cade. If they had Cade, y'all would assume they would have been the other 30-plus win team in the East that didn't make the playoffs. So now that you have a jump from those guys, I think it's very plausible the Pistons, Pacers, and Magic all win around 4 to 5 more games to be a playing team. I'm not saying these guys are playoff teams, but a playing team with a chance to push for the playoffs is all I'm saying. Those 3, does that make sense? Does it not make sense? I'm asking because people are saying I'm capping in the chat. Does that seem like I'm capping?
If Detroit gets to the play-in tournament, Monty Williams is the coach of the year again.
If Jordan Poole averaged 28 points in the playing team, he might win most improved and be an MVP considerate player. Like 28 points. Do you understand the impact of what you said? 28?
His beat.
He averaged 28, man. That 28 is empty. That 28 is empty.
But if he averaged 28 points, OG, and be a play-in team, he winning most improved player.
So time out.
If they're a playing team, that's different. But I doubt very seriously that they're a playing team. No,
I just got to ask you this. So if the Pistons win anything under 25 games, are all Cade stats empty? Are we calling those empty?
Yes.
All right, that's all. I
don't see them, and the reason why I'm answering that yes, because I don't see them winning less than 20. I even though that's an 8-game improvement, I still see them getting. I see them getting better than 8 games. I do see that. I see them better than 8 more games.
No starting Killian Hayes already gives you 8 wins.
Then the Bulls add what's the kid that played in Milwaukee? Carter. I think they added him, and I think and they added the kid that was in Phoenix. Craig. They added those 2 guys. The Bulls won 40 games last year. Those 2 dudes do not add 2, 3, 4 more wins. No, they don't. They do not move the needle. They do not add any more wins. So you're looking at the Bulls anywhere between 38 or 37 to 40 wins again this season.
Yeah, we went around
again.
We ain't going under 40, about 40 though.
Y'all going under 40. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all going under 40.
See, look, I was with y'all till you said under 40.
I respect Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan regular season production.
Y'all won just 40 games last year, and I don't think y'all got better. And I think other teams have gotten better in the East that are below y'all, or they're just going to be more healthy. I think y'all fall at least 3 games. I really do. I think y'all lose 3 less games, win 3 less games this year. The Pacers, we already admitted on the Pacers episode, Reese went down. So I know for a fact they'll win those 5 games. They're winning those 5 games. They're a 40-win team. I think the progression of the Magic players at 34 wins last year, with Paolo being in his rookie year, France being in year 2, those guys developing and becoming better young players, I think I'm comfortable with them winning 6 more games. I am. If I'm just capping and yapping, then whatever, gang. I mean, shit. Hey, it is what it is. But if that's all I'm doing, I believe they can win 6 more games with that improvement. I think Detroit, who was missing their best player and genuinely started, as Mars would say, the worst player in the NBA, or at least the worst point guard in the NBA, them having their healthy guy back, the development of their young guys, the addition of the vets they got, I don't know. And again, I'm assuming if they were healthy last year, they would have been a 30-win team, 35-win team, just like the Magic, just like the Wizards. I don't know why they couldn't win 5 more games. It doesn't feel like a casual take to think that those 3 teams have done enough with their young players to improve and added enough to win 5 to 6 more games. I'm not pulling the Rockets and saying they're winning 20 more, winning 15 more. 5 to 6 more games seems very plausible. But if I'm just capping, hey man, if I'm a casual, then guess what? I'm a casual. Because I know a lot of you dunces in the goddamn chat, you niggas don't watch none of them teams. None of y'all do. Y'all not about to say a lot of me and say y'all do. Y'all ain't seen a lick of Pacers basketball since Reese went down. I know y'all didn't tune in to watch the Magic play at all. You can't even tell me what hand Paulo shoot with. And I know for a fact, none of you niggas watch Detroit play. So calling me a casual when I'm making these references, or I'm saying what I'm saying, hey man, you know what I'm saying. Take the invite to come up here and school me. Tell me how I'm wrong and how the goddamn Wizards are going to be up there again. Tell me how I'm wrong, and teams that you don't feel got better are going to stay in the same spot. Man, look.
Mars gonna turn me on to the Detroit Pistons. I had a hard enough time watching them last season, and
Damo knows coming soon.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. You had to watch the Pistons with Killian Hayes running the show. I mean, that's a tough watch. Even I.
Yes, it was hard.
That's why I feel so passionate about him being the worst player in the NBA, because I watched him more than I should have.
I think him and Cameron Payne is definitely in that category for worst players.
Yeah, you're giving Cameron Payne too many strays, but
always.
I will say I'm pretty sure the last time the Hornets had LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges in the team healthy, they were in the play-in. I think that happened twice.
They actually played in the play-in, yeah.
Before Hayward got hurt, they were in the 5th spot.
So I think it's reasonable to assume that they aren't the worst team in the league again, but we'll get to that when the time comes. But yeah, shout out to Killian Hayes, worst player in the NBA.
Yeah, why the chat say y'all be hating on the Bulls so much, man? What I be missing?
We did the Bulls episode already, right? They're in Essential.
No, y'all did the Bulls. Yeah, no, we did the Bulls episode already.
Okay. Our episode.
There's nothing to hate on.
I don't hate the Bulls. People think I hate DeMar DeRozan. Maybe that's where the Bulls hate comes from. I don't know. Zach LaVine's one of my favorite players.
The Bulls, just know the Bulls hate gonna stop soon.
Yeah, he's just terrible in the playoffs. But I don't mind him.
Right, you can't stand him.
Oh yeah,
my issue with Bulls fans is that it is not 1996 no more. It's not.
No. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
It is not. Jordan is gone. Scottie Pippen is gone. Dennis Rodman, Horace Grant, B.J. Armstrong. Them dudes are all gone.
I agree with you on that, though. I think we do need to let go of the Jordan era, though. We definitely do. I think we do.
According to a lot of these guys, Jordan would look just like DeMar DeRozan and.
No, according to y'all,
Jordan would be a worse DeMar DeRozan in today's
No, see, look, wait. See, I think both sides took it too far. One with that saying he'd be a worse player than DeMar DeRozan, but OG and Ron, y'all ain't safe either. Y'all said Jordan go average 35 his rookie year. If he played today, that's blasphemous to say.
28 to 35. I don't think it's ridiculous.
I mean, well, Ron think Jordan Poole going to average 28, so I don't
exactly. If Jordan average 28, Michael Jordan go average 65. What are we talking about?
We've been.
SB, we got running bets up here. I want to extend the bet out to you.
Oh, Jordan Poole averages.
Jordan Poole, what he averages this year? What do you think he's going to average?
See, look, I bet different because I don't want to bet money with you because money don't mean nothing to you. I'm an entertainment bet. If you bet me, you're going to be up here singing Bobby Brown every little step I take for the stream. I want to bet some entertainment. We can clip up. You got to wear the hat. And put the pants on and do the whole dance on stream or something.
The DeMar DeRozan logic is nuts, man. Because
let's do an entertainment bet. I'm with it.
It's not.
The reason why
the person, but DeMar's just better.
Are we talking about Jay and DeMar? Like Mars is definitely a troll in this 100% of years, and the reason why is because How many times have I heard who is the closest thing to Michael Jordan?
Kobe.
Now, at any point, have any of you dudes ever heard Kobe Bryant and DeMar DeRozan in the same sentence?
With the shoes.
No,
yeah.
but Kobe's better than both of them, though.
By skill set, yes.
Exactly.
I've never heard Kobe Bryant and DeMar DeRozan in the same sentence ever. Not one time.
Because they don't match up from a skill set perspective. Now, Michael Jordan and DeMar DeRozan.
No,
They match up. No. All Jordan did was just do it against 6'3" guys, while DeMar DeRozan's doing it against 6'6" guys. That's the only difference.
That's not even close to the same thing, Mars.
DeMar DeRozan cooks Danny Ainge too. I don't know what to tell you.
DeMar DeRozan is cooking Danny Ainge. Okay. In the mid-range. He's scoring 63 in the playoffs. I'm not going down this rabbit hole with you, Mars. I'm not. 64. You're not sucking me into this.
Actually, you know what? You're right. DeMar doesn't score 63 in the playoffs because he doesn't let the game go to double overtime.
I'm out.
That's why, because DeMar DeRozan.
I don't want nothing to do with this, Ron.
Right.
I don't want nothing to do with this. Nothing.
Yeah, you're right. DeMar DeRozan doesn't
Mars
score
strike somebody else off the panel here.
No, DeMar doesn't score 63 in the playoffs, but that's
why
the game doesn't go to double overtime because he makes his jump shots at the end of the game in the regulation. But it's fine.
All I know is that I've heard that Kobe Bryant is the closest thing to Michael Jordan, and I personally would never put Kobe Bryant and DeMar DeRozan in the same sentence. Never. You would never hear me say that. So why?
Kobe's actually good. And we saw Kobe against DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, I'm straight.
That's why.
Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with this.
The DeRozan trade is crazy.
We seen Kobe play against DeMar, against Toronto when he was cooking them. Game winners, everything. So you can't put Kobe and DeMar in the same sentence. Now, MJ, however, real DeMar like, I ain't gonna lie, but it's fine.
No.
And they both in Chicago. I mean, same person.
No, Mars.
Okay. Put DeMar.
All right, y'all. As promised, I have a hoop grid for us today. We're gonna go ahead and get into this right now. We had some good Wizards talk earlier. SB, I still want to run that, so you let me know what you want to do, and we can make it happen.
Oh yeah, we can make it bet.
We got this hoop grid.
Eating coleslaw on the panel, but like, who had 8 mayonnaise to draw mayonnaise that time when they said JD? Yeah, so you can do something like that. That'd be entertaining.
Yeah, I'm not trying to eat no mayonnaise. I'm not trying to
believe it at 20.
I'm not trying to eat no mayonnaise. I'm not trying to dress up as nothing.
That's why I said the money don't mean that. You said the money be cool. Nah, see, it hurt more. You got to really think about it. You got to eat mayonnaise or do Bobby Brown dance moves on the panel with 1,000 people watching. That make a difference. You're gonna think about your takes then.
You gotta go.
Okay.
All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
All right, let's get into it. Chill, we're gonna start with you, and then we got Mars, Damo, SB. I don't know if Ox is still tapped in, but Chill. Whatever direction you want to go.
So we have a guy that played for the Lakers and played for the Wizards.
Yeah.
Mitch Kupchak.
That's a good pick, I would think.
Money Mitch.
Oh, damn. Well, I can't touch that one. All right. I was going to say Ajay Bonga.
I've got one, but I don't know how rare he's going to be.
All right, Damo, it's on you next.
Shit. A Kuzma teammate on the Wizards would be what's a good one? Wait, Charles Bonga. Was Bonga there when Kuzma got there? Was he there?
Maybe.
He might be there. Charles Bonga for the Kuzma Wizards one. I guess that Rui. It's got to be. I'm going for the rare one, bro. I'm not going for.
Oh, you got it. Oh, sure.
How rare is that? 1.4% or 14?
And I want the amethyst diamond color, bro. I'm looking at the background colors like this is my team card.
Yeah, you got to go for that one.
Yeah, gold ain't good enough for me. High expectations.
All right, Mars, who you got?
I was gonna say Kendall Marshall for the 5 assists a game season in the Lakers.
That might be pretty damn good.
Which would be like 22%. I'll be cooked.
See,
Wait,
God
right
damn
there.
it.
High IQ.
I didn't know if Kendall averaged 5, but he did. I want to
What
look.
do
All
we-
right,
let
SB.
me look on here.
Look, now I was just gonna say a regular name, but now y'all putting pressure on me. Now I gotta find the amethyst card. Like,
SB is fine. We'll just replace whatever you pick. It's fine.
Okay, then.
Yeah, SB, whatever answer you have is not going to be good enough, so we got to fix it for you, is what Mars just said.
All right, look,
Yeah.
see, look now. I see this Mars. You're such the problem, man. I'm just gonna go now.
If you wanna leave the show too, we'll understand. Okay, that's cool.
I'm gonna show somebody play on the Bulls. Love, I don't care. I'm not getting no amethyst. Give me Lakers, Pelicans, Lonzo. Come back, Lonzo.
Okay, so you ain't even try. Okay.
Oh,
Yep,
man.
I did. Yep.
You might as well have said Anthony Davis. Like you just didn't care.
Yep.
Great.
Because you're not finna peer pressure me, Mars. You're a bully. Oh, look, I got bronze though. W me. Come back, Lonzo. We need you.
That is not
He's one of my favorite players in the league too. See, that's why I like Chicago. They have like 3 of my favorite players in the league.
But you hate on us all the time.
I don't. I just say DeMar DeRozan and Vucevic aren't very good.
3
But I like
of your favorite players?
Lonzo.
You got
Ball
Lonzo, Zach,
and Alex Caruso.
okay.
I also like Patrick Williams, but he's not one of my favorites in the league. But I like Patrick Williams.
Yeah, you just a Bulls fan. Undercover. It's cool.
Hell no.
You are.
Okay.
Yo, Ox, who you got right now?
This one hard, bro. Lakers and Pelicans. I mean, Blazers and Pelicans. Yeah, bro, this got to be the hardest one we've done.
We've only done like 3.
Yeah, this is the hardest one.
Fair enough.
Shit, you gonna have to skip me, Ron. I can't even think of one.
All right. I'll try to chime in with one, I guess. Did Monty Morris average over 5?
There's only one way to find out.
Then I don't know. Blazers point guard that averaged over 5. I don't think Damon Stoudemire. He too known. What about Sabonis?
I highly doubt he averaged over 5.
All right, let's just see. Nope. Null and void. All right, let's go with Monty Morris.
Silver ain't that bad.
All right, back on you, Chill.
So a guy who played for New Orleans and played for the Trailblazers. I think Bonzi Wells played for the Trailblazers and the New Orleans Pelicans. I think in like 2008. I think he was on that crew.
Bonzi Wells, that's a...
You said Bonzi?
Bonzi Wells.
That's a name right there. You put one in your bag with that one, OG.
That's nice right there.
Is the idea, Mars, to get the lowest percentage? Is that the idea?
Yes.
Okay.
Damo, it's back on you.
Let me get. Damn. Go Blazers 5 assists. Steve Blake.
Oh, I had one for that down.
Big Steve Blake. Dude. Oh, and good go. That one. Cook up, Damo.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's solid, Damo. Mars, who you got next?
The only one I had was for Blazers 5 assists. So yeah, kind of cooked right now.
Damn, Ace, I love you too, man.
Can I just replace the Blazers 5 assists?
Nope.
Yeah, you can. Why not? As long as it's better.
I think it would be better.
Try it.
Kelvin Ramsey.
Yeah, it is better.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa.
That's all I had. So
All right. Ox, you still don't got nothing?
I don't even know who that is.
he played in the Baddies.
All right. I'll try to step in with the Pelicans and Kyle Kuzma. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Josh Hart.
That's the one I was thinking too, honestly.
Yeah, we got to do better than that.
You got to find like a bench player or something. Who's like that one person that got put in that trade package that we don't remember?
They don't have to play. No, I was about to say something stupid. Never mind.
Yo, so chill. As of right now, we can upgrade Lonzo Ball, and that's somebody who played for the Pelicans and the Lakers. We can upgrade a teammate that played for Kyle Kuzma and the New Orleans Pelicans. Right now, that's Josh Hart, but we can upgrade that. And then we have Monty Morris as somebody that was Kyle Kuzma's teammate and averaged five or more assists per game. We can upgrade that as well. You have any suggestions for these?
I don't, but I do have a suggestion for the Wizards and the Trailblazers. And I remember back in the day, he wasn't very good, but went to the University of Maryland. Lonnie Baxter played for the Trailblazers and the Wizards.
If you lock that in, we're not gonna be able to change anything.
So let's hold off on that. What we trying to do is we trying to upgrade Lonzo Ball. He played for the Lakers and New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
How about Josh Hart?
Got Josh Hart right now.
Okay, that's right. I didn't even see that. That's right. Josh Hart is at the bottom. Let's see. Played for the Lakers and played for New Orleans. Tyson Chandler? No. Maybe Tyson Chandler.
Let's see what would that be.
A
goal.
Yep. Tyson Chandler 1.66.
Okay, we'll take it. Sure.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get this Josh Hart down, y'all. Who played for the Pelicans and also was Kyle Kuzma's teammate? Larry Nance?
Rondo.
Luol Deng.
Larry Nance.
I might say Luol
Deng. Oh yeah, you might be right. Did he play with Kuz? Because he was there for a minute, but remember they released him because of his contract. He was just there.
It's L-U.
How you spell Luol's first name?
L-U-O, not L-O-U.
Big Lou Brown. Yeah, see, that might be Amethyst if you that one technically. Yeah, he was up. Yeah, they released him. He was under contract. They just released him and spread.
I don't think, did he ever play for the Pelicans? I might be tweaking.
Go.
So Larry Nance Jr. is at a 3.66, but do we think we can get better than that? And a Kyle Kuzma teammate that averaged more than 5 assists.
It got to be somebody on the Wizards that.
I think Rondo qualifies for both of them, but I don't know how much.
I'm gonna check Rondo for both of them.
Damn. Rondo's
went down. Yeah, Rondo cut with Monty. They probably drop Rondo to bronze too.
Does the Kuzma teammate for Pelicans, Avery Bradley, will he qualify?
Let's see.
No.
Nope.
Damn it, did he even fucking play on the damn Pelicans? I'm just naming niggas. Oh my god.
All right. Do y'all think we could get any better than this, or are we stuck right here?
Somebody said Kuzma teammate. They said Isaiah Thomas. Did Isaiah Thomas average 5 assists? And did he play with Kuzma?
He might have.
No, he
We
didn't.
might as well try.
Didn't he play on the Lakers in 2019?
He did play for the Lakers. I don't know
But
if
then he
averaged
averaged
5 assists.
5 assists. Yeah.
Well, he's averaged 5
I-
assists. He's averaged 5 assists in
say-
a season. Yes.
I don't know if it had to be.
That's
Does it
the
have to be
wrong
that
Isaiah.
exact season?
Well, we're about to see.
Oh, there you go. Hey, W chat.
All right, are we stuck with Larry Nance?
Might be.
All right.
I ain't even know Bonzi played in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. So with Chill's last answer, we should be able to get, I would say, at
That's
least
probably gonna
down
be
to 7.
Amethyst. Yeah, that might be Amethyst because I don't know who he named.
Who you name
All right,
again,
Chill,
OG?
Lonnie Baxter.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna be Amethyst.
Oh, nah, Chill. Now is this the right Lonnie Baxter?
Yeah, that's him. Nah, because I know he got traded to New Orleans. He not New Orleans. I'm sorry, to the Wizards. And he played for the Trailblazers for a little while. I do remember that. That's a tough one right there.
Trevor Ariza didn't play for the Blazers, right?
No,
right?
I think he did. Yeah, he played for the Blazers.
I don't remember Mr. Ariz from the Blazers. I must be casual.
Hold on, because if I punch him in, it's a wrap. Do we want to go with
Yeah.
Trevor Ariza?
I don't want to cheat and look
His
it up.
time in
so-
Portland wasn't very memorable to me if it happened. So
Yeah.
it must be kind of right.
Somebody in chat said he did, but I don't know.
Yeah, he did. That's when Trae Young tried to. That's where he was when Trae Young tried to nutmeg him. He was
Oh
like,
yeah, the washed up Trevor Ariza. Okay.
yeah, he was.
Oh,
washed.
somebody said Will Barton.
But
Will the Thrill?
Will
He
be
did
rare
play
though.
I'm
Yeah,
not
he
saying
played-
will he be more rare than Trevor Ariza is the question.
Which one was more recently in Portland? Trevor Ariza, right?
Yeah,
maybe.
So
yeah.
you
Juan
probably go to-
Dixon. Robert Carcer, Juan Dixon. I like that one.
Juan
Juan
Dixon.
Juan Dixon will clear all of these picks.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
say
he
yeah.
will.
Try Juan. Yeah.
Well,
I
What-
forget about.
what if he bronze? I'll be weak.
That'd be tough. What was he?
They don't even show it.
That's
average
tough.
rarity 54.6. That doesn't sound good.
Oh, there he is.
Amethyst done.
hey, that
Hey,
was
my
good.
Kelvin Ramsey clears, man. Kelvin Ramsey, best pick of the day. Let's go. I got 2 below 1%.
Yeah, that was cooked up.
All right,
I'm
y'all.
very
That's that.
perspicacious.
All right, fellas. I was going to ask this earlier, but I mean, we kind of got into it. We were going to do a start bench cut, and I was gonna say the Wizards, the Hornets, and this is GM edition. The Wizards, the Hornets, and I was trying to think of the third worst team, and the only team I could come to was the Blazers without Damian Lillard, obviously. But I sincerely want to ask you guys, who do you think is the third worst team in the NBA?
Third worst team.
Yeah.
So you said the Wizards and the Pistons. So we picking somebody besides them.
No, I said the Wizards and the Hornets.
The Spurs.
Part of the Spurs.
Spurs?
Part of the Spurs. Yeah, or the Rockets, maybe. I don't know. Maybe
Calm down,
Spurs.
buddy. Calm down. The Spurs.
I'm gonna say Spurs probably be one of my picks for third worst.
The worst in the NBA?
Third
worst
worst.
GM?
It's the Spurs.
Third
He
worst.
said other than the Wizards and Charlotte, right? So the
Mhm.
third worst other than them. Yeah, the Spurs.
Spurs or Portland without Dame.
Yeah, it's
I
one of
still
those
think-
teams.
I think Portland without Dame still slightly edges out the Spurs.
Mm.
My dark
That's the-
horse for worst team is Utah, but we'll get to them when we get to them.
Uh-oh.
Were you on that
Yeah, and
bandwagon
so-
last year, Marsh?
Nah, I wasn't on the bandwagon, but they were trying to manipulate me.
No, they weren't trying, SB.
They were
had him
successfully manipulated.
on the train. I had to come drag him off the train.
No, I had like one.
He was hypnotized on. He had to snap him out of.
I had like one toe on the train. It was
no, you didn't, Mars. He had a ticket.
And
he had a ticket in his hand. He was on the train. I had to come drag him off.
Yeah, but it hadn't left the
on
platform
it.
yet, so I wasn't really on the train. I was kind of on the train.
You had the ticket in your hand though.
Yeah, I purchased the ticket. I was ready. Like they were getting ready to depart, and then Cho came and saved me. Yeah. But I wasn't like on the train.
He grabbed you like the man. Get the show.
Hell no. Not letting my man go. Hell no, Mars.
Or did you get a refund on that ticket?
Get your ass off.
Nah, I just had to take the loss. Just had to take the loss. It is what it is.
Take the loss. You watched the train crash on the news the next morning. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I still paid for the ticket. It's like, I mean, yeah, I survived, but at what cost? That $10 that ticket.
Your life.
No, but there was also that $10. I'm like, yeah, that $10 would do quite nice right now. So I just never see that money again.
Show ass off this train, man.
It's like the people who bought a ticket to the Titanic, they never got on the Titanic, but they also never got a refund. It's like, was it really worth it? Like,
I don't know, Mars. They might have got a refund depending on the circumstances.
Hey, I need my dough back, Big Ox.
Exactly. Sometimes you need the refund.
Yeah, and y'all told me the ship was unsinkable too.
Exactly. You got sold false promises. Like, I
need my dough back.
I mean, you know the company got insurance. I'm like, look, I missed. Yeah, I wasn't on the ship, so yeah, I'm happy for that. But I missed my my ship for certain reasons. Give me my money back. I
promise you. I was about to say the only people that got a refund were the people that made it back from the ocean. No, it was the only people that got a refund.
Can you imagine, Big Damo? Like back then, you could get on a boat and go across the transatlantic for like $1.25. What the hell?
I still need that back.
I need my $1.25 back. I need mine.
All right, y'all. We got a super chat from A. Dot. A. Dot said, "Hot take: the Cavs are finishing in the top 3."
I said that last week.
That is not a hot take. I'm already on that.
I don't think so. They were the 4th seed. I mean,
yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, that's not a hot take.
We don't know what's going on with Philly with Harden. We don't know. So they definitely got a chance.
Right. Hot take. The Nuggets are gonna win the West. Hot take.
I mean, yeah,
that is a hot take because they got worse.
What, Ox? You sure?
Hot take. The Wizards is gonna be one of the worst teams in the league. Hot take for sure. Yeah. There you go.
A. Dot with another hot take. He said Brown in the 90s, they would lock him up for voodoo.
Bron in the 90s is Jerome Kersey.
Troll alert. Woo, 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 woo.
I just say facts and it's trolling. Like, what can I do? Never mind.
Aaron Jones said, and y'all pray for my Pelicans. First, Trey Murphy with the meniscus. Now, Jose got an ankle injury. Shaking my head.
I didn't hear about Jose's ankle injury.
Yeah, he got an ankle injury. He might not be ready.
That might be a blessing in disguise, man. That opens up minutes for Dyson Daniels. Might be a blessing in disguise.
Man, the thing about it is, like, Aramis, I feel you when you got your fan hat on and everything right now, but bro, it's an ankle injury. He'll be all right. Unless he broke his ankle, if he just broke his ankle, turned his ankle, that's part of basketball. Like he might do that 2 weeks into the season. Like that just happens.
Unless you've played in the league, you don't know what it's like, Ron, man. You don't know. There's ankle injuries.
That's a fact. I'm just speculating based on what the doctors' reports and things like that say.
Did those doctors play in the league?
Nope.
Okay, so what are we talking about right now?
They're just speculating.
What are we talking about right now, man? You can't respect their opinion. Like, they ain't gone through it. Like, what are we talking about? They ain't gone through it. Just because they studied for 6 years in medical school, they ain't gone through it though. So, like, what are we talking about?
Hey, Aramis, with that being said, I'm praying for you guys.
It's been hit the fan. I mean, it's all over the walls at this point. I mean,
I don't want no part of this.
Me neither, Ox. Y'all wild as hell.
It's Mr. GQ to you said, oh yeah, you're gonna get a part of this though, Ox. He said Ox sound like Jefferson Tibbs from Hardball.
What?
Jefferson Tibbs from Hardball. Oh, that was one of the kids, right?
I guess me and Dabo, the only person did.
No, that was the one with the glasses, right?
Well, Ox getting a part of something?
On Hardball. That was the chubby boy, right?
I can't remember.
I don't care. I don't care what they're talking about.
I don't remember. I just agree. You sound like him.
Crazy.
Hardball, that's the movie with Keanu Reeves, right? With the kids in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was shot in the
That's
Community Greens. It was shot in the projects out here. Yep.
Yeah, that's a sad movie, man. I
Where
love and hate that movie.
Where Good Times was shot at.
Mm-hmm.
I love and hate that movie at the same time.
A lot of good stuff shot out here in Chicago, especially in the hoods too.
Shit, and what's his name? Jefferson what? Jefferson Tibbs? Jefferson Tibbs was a G, man. So how about that?
Yeah.
Blue Champagne said, "Oxen chill, carry for real. Salute."
That's why my back be hurt.
W carry, Joe.
W carry.
Christ.
I don't gotta be humble about it.
No, I mean, I appreciate you guys carrying the show. I mean, less responsibility for me. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with that.
You know what I'm saying? Ron, take your shoes off next time, man. Don't tread on me.
I've been a number one before, so I know what it's like to be a number one. So I've been a number one before.
Was you a number one in the NBA though?
I was never a number one in the NBA.
So you don't know what it's really like, man. You don't know what it's really like. It's not the same, man. It's not the same. I don't know what to tell you, man. You ain't been through it for real, man.
Oh, why you fell right for that trap, bro? You walk right into that one.
I know it.
Bryce sent through a super chat. He said, "Wait, you cool with the player flexing his watch in front of a coach?" Question mark. Ox is just saying that all those rappers, cameras, and all that can serve as a distraction.
Just so you know, Christ, that wasn't just a coach. That was a coach who was talking. He wasn't just talking about my coach. That was my father he was talking about. So it's a little bit more personal than that.
So wait.
You gotta take that. You gotta take that out, though. I mean, obviously you love your pops, but right now it's like I'm your coach right now. You know what I'm saying? Just be easy.
You ain't never just my coach. You're gonna always be my pops. Nah.
So wait, you mad because he started something and they reacted to it? Now it's a problem.
Yes.
It's not about him reacting, it's how he reacted that Ox has a problem with. Yeah.
No, I do. It's reacting at all. You like my thing is, and that's how I was coached always. Like, you know, we players, we do what players do. Coaches, we do what coaches do. I used to get in trouble. I used to get in trouble for that all the time. Like somebody say something to my first of all, we protect the point guard. Second of all, you say something to my coach, and then we get into it. My coach will always be like, man, that's not your job. Play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a player. I'm a coach. Coaches coach. Players play. Refs ref. Rappers rap. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it. Let's get to it. We here to handle business. It's just my thing is I love it. I love the getting attention. I love Deion Sanders. I love what he's doing for football. But it's just the Hollywood shit. I'm not a Hollywood cat, so I just don't like the Hollywood theatrics.
Hollywood stuff can get kind of corny, Big Ox. I will agree with you on that.
I'm all for the watch.
I'm
right. I'm all for
it. You got to deal with the consequences when you talking. So look, I'm with it. It comes with it. He probably would have been that bad if he didn't say nothing. So
and SB,
yeah,
people they got to deal with retaliation too. You got, you know what I'm saying, when you making a spectacle, and it's not like they're, well, I mean, Deion is a little bit, I guess they are bringing cameras and whatnot, but when you bringing all this Hollywood stuff to football, you got to deal with that target on your back too. Now, obviously, it's really unfortunate that that he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? I hate to see that. I hate to see dirty play on any sport, but it's dangerous out there. Football is a dangerous sport. So when y'all out there, I see y'all on ESPN, and I'm not saying this right. So before y'all start saying I want people to get hurt and I'm a hater, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's right. But when you put a target on your back, you know what I'm saying? It's there's going to be some projectiles aimed at that target, and that's what you got to deal with. So I don't want to hear no crybaby shit when you know what I'm saying, when you running across the field getting smacked and all types of stuff. You better keep playing. Don't turn them cameras off.
Aramis Jones sent through a super chat. He said, "We appreciate you, Ticket. Don't let the trolls get their way. We appreciate your opinion, real talk. You bring a lot of personality to an already good panel. You one of the best." And he's not lying.
Yeah, see, now, like Ox, when it comes, Mars got to deal with the consequences of what he said. Now you forget the wrath for Ticket. So, you know, everything comes with a consequence.
No, let's if we address the super chat. Aramis, have you been on a panel before? If you haven't, you don't know what it's like, man. You ain't been through it for real, Aramis. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I appreciate the super chat, but if you ain't been through it, do you really know who's what's one of the best panels? I don't know if you really know for real. I don't know. I just go ask the question. I'm sorry.
Y'all are finna pay for this. Y'all are finna pay for this.
Mars, definitely.
I just go ask the question, man. I don't
Hey,
know
if y'all pull up tomorrow and all of a sudden I got the flu and I can't host, good luck. Hey, Vontae said, "Dirty is dirty." And Chill, why does Shador get the benefit of the doubt? Henry Blackman doesn't have a history of being dirty either. Both are wrong.
They are. You did start it though. Remember that. You did start this, but that is correct what you just said. That doesn't mean that I got to get involved in it. So he was wrong, but you did start it. So two things could be right.
OG, didn't you say both of them was wrong? But I think you said that earlier.
Yeah, I did say that.
Yeah. All right.
I told y'all earlier. Some people comprehension skills ain't up to par.
Comprehension's a bit of a long word, so you might want to make it a smaller word. So.
Mars, I'm gonna fight you, Mars.
We don't want the people in the chat leaving, man. We don't want the people. Hey, man.
Mars, don't get me stuck in this. But I heard. I'm after what I heard today. I'm 100% out of this. I won.
I'm just trying to support the chat. I
know. I said what I said when I said what I was saying. But I'm cool, bro.
I know what I said when I said what I said when I was saying what I said. What the hell is happening right now?
Hey, Morris,
what's going on?
Got it, bro.
I'm just looking out for the people. I don't know if comprehension might be a bit too much for them to handle. So just you know what?
I'm just a guest in the house. It's like you come to your homie house.
Nah, SB, no.
You just looking.
Nah, you was on the ship. Yeah, you was on the ship while it was floating. You gonna be on the ship when it sinks.
SB,
don't worry, brother. You will be here.
We come up here to watch the game. Y'all love me arguing because y'all
think that when I run up on you in Chicago when you with your man, and I'm just gonna let you walk off. Nah, you with him. You involved in this dude.
No,
your man, like in the words of your
SB, it sounds like you're guilty by association.
Right. In the words of your Chicago brethren, your man lacking and you with him. So guess what? You lacking too.
No, see that's when I'm a guest at my friend's house, we chilling, and him and his brothers just get to arguing and try to put me. Hey, bro, ain't no right. No, I'm trying to watch the game and eat my chicken wings.
You with him. You came with him.
See,
you came with him.
No, y'all invited me. Y'all was already in there.
With him.
Right into that, SB, because that's a perfect example. SB, I was just about to say that. Like when I'm younger and I go to my friend's house. As a matter of fact, when I go to my cousin's house and I got a cousin that's my age, then he got a big brother, so that's my big cousin. When he do something to his big brother, we both get our asses kicked.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's the life, man. I mean, you're now a part of it.
Can't wait for Big Brother to come back. But moving along, Winter said, "Hey, that's the analogy that he made. I don't know, like Big Brother might be here. All right, I can't wait for Big Brother to start kicking ass. My bad. I'm jumping to conclusions." Winter said, "What if the Wizards become a playing team and shock the world? If so, I might need to smoke a blunt."
Smoke that blunt anyway, man. Put some in the air.
That blunt empty. Yeah, good luck. You clearly not a smoker.
You smoking something other than the blunt if you talking about that. I ain't
Oh. Sir Body Bag said, "Y'all poker faces suck."
Nah,
mine, dude. That's why I don't play poker. Hey, that's why I don't play poker, gang. I stick to blackjack.
My poker face sucks and I still play. How ignorant is that?
Yeah.
Brack said, "Damo, lock in."
I couldn't. That was too. Hey man, I was trying. I know y'all see. I was trying, man. I ain't want to. I always get thrown in shit unexpectedly when it comes between that. So I ain't want nobody saying I did anything. I was trying.
Nightmare Comics 1 said, "Mars and Chill have amazing chemistry. I feel like they could do a show weekly themselves."
We do. We right here on the panel. Say what's up.
We do a show 5 days a week.
Yeah, we up here every day.
But if you want to see me and Chill on the show, check out Mars Talk Sports Hoop Talk Podcast, episode 11. Chill came on the show.
Came through.
Exactly.
Yes, we do.
I would love to hear more about that. I'll ask you guys more about that. We're just on a time crunch right now, but I do want to hear about that episode for sure. Jay Does It, and if you haven't seen it, go see that for sure. Go tap in. Mars Talk Sports. Jay Does It 15 said, "Are the Wizards better than Houston?"
No.
Let's move on. We're on a time crunch.
No.
I see once again, none of y'all pulled up to my 24-hour stream. You know what I'm saying? Big appreciate y'all for showing love, man.
I was gonna comment.
24-hour stream.
I was
watching it on and off when I could. I definitely liked it. Everyone you did to watch it. I
don't never get, and I follow Big Ox. I don't never get the notifications. I don't know when it is because I will definitely show up.
What's up?
You gotta click the little bell when you subscribe, and then it'll send notifications.
All right, bet.
Got the bell.
Terry with 2 dads, and if you haven't clicked the bell for Player's Choice, click that bell, and then afterwards go click the bell for Mars Talk Sports, Big Ox Bob, Chilltown Hoops. Click the bell for SB too.
You ain't gotta worry about any notifications from Mars Talk Sports. Though haven't uploaded in a while, so there won't be many notifications.
Go ahead. I'm almost at 2K too, so go ahead.
Mars, when your creative juice is about.
Hey, Huncho, just so you know, Huncho, there's a reason why your dudes in the chat call you
I've run
Luncho.
out, man. I retired.
There's a reason why they call you Luncho, because you out the lunch.
Yeah. Hey, you're right.
Oh, goofy
Oh
ass.
man.
Hey, bro, OG, he talks back all the time, bro. I'll be like, bro, this man, Nacho, he be wild.
Terry with 2 dads said Kyle Kuzma with that wacky waving, inflatable arm, flailing tube, man.
I hate that fit, man.
Do you think he regrets wearing that?
Nope.
No.
Nah, man, that's the drip.
We all know we didn't all. Well, I'm gonna say we a little bit older. Mars, you still in your phase right now where you're gonna probably wear stuff. You gotta look back like 10 years, 10, 15 years from now. And I look back when I was wearing them Soldier Boy shirts and big 4L pants, and I was like, bro, what was I thinking?
I still got my Air Jordan sweatsuit. I still
got my. We got a fit or two that we look back from like 10 years ago. Like, bro, I was tweaking. Why was I wearing that pants?
Nah, hell nah, SB. Players, hey, once PC get that big sponsorship bag during this season, Mars finna start coming in with James Harden fits. He gonna dye his hair like Wemby. He gonna dye his hair like Wemby. Him and Dub. Dub's probably gonna influence you to do it too. You know, Dub the bad.
I mean, no, for the right price. I mean, yeah, you'll see me in some.
Silky tiger button-up shirts out here. You gonna be wilding, man.
I mean, yeah, for the right price. I mean, I'll sell out. Nothing new.
Expected.
Exactly.
Aramis Jones said, to be completely honest, Wizards in the play-in isn't a stretch. I didn't say first or second round. I said play-in. Y'all underplay Tyus Jones, who probably feels betrayed and motivated Poole and Kuzma.
It is a stretch.
Don't underplay it at all. They're just going to be trash.
Yeah, it is a stretch.
I like Tyus Jones, though, but it's a stretch, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I wish the Bulls could have got Tyus Jones. I wish we could have got him.
Aramis Jones said, you don't think the Wizards are better than the Pistons right now? That's crazy.
Wasn't it about Cade and Jordan Poole? I just think Cade is better than Jordan Poole.
Agreed.
I'm telling you, that 28 going to look nice.
Mm-hmm.
Alan R. said, Cade is better than Jalen Green next year. Lies.
Eat it, Mars. Eat it, Mars. Eat it, Mars.
Yo.
Jordan Poole's better than Cade, and Cade's better than.
Oh my God!
Got it. You guys told me it works that way, so now
L agenda.
Last but not least, this is the last super chat of the day from King James. He said, "How highly do you rank Wendell Carter Jr. amongst fives?"
Higher than Vucevic.
That's a fair question.
All righty. Okay. Yeah. Shut down the show. All right.
He is higher than Vucevic. That's not even. That's not even hate.
Shut down the show. Shut down the show.
Okay.
Is Wendell Carter Jr. a top
15 big?
20?
Top 20. Of course. He's top 10. We're talking about top 15. He's top 10.
You're top 10 big?
What I missed?
But he's higher than Vucevic. I know that.
All right. Come on.
He is higher than Vucevic.
Oh, see.
SB's not gonna act like he would rather have Vucevic on this team than Wendell.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you just don't respect your team. All right, that's fine.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Yeah, and it was a dumb trade when you did it, and it's a dumb trade now.
No, I seen Wendell on the board. He's terrible.
Yeah, and you said now in Orlando he's balling. It's just your player development's trash. Don't blame Wendell. He's good.
Garbage.
One of the most versatile defensive bigs in the league. Great rebounder, stretches the floor, passes the ball. I don't know what more you want. Vucevic or Cone
I
on
see
defense.
what y'all was saying, chat. The Bulls hate agenda, but it's gonna change very soon.
Wendell was on the Bulls.
The PC will see red very soon. That's all I'm saying. There's no.
Y'all don't even
Wendell's
get that.
better
That
than
went over
Vucevic.
everybody's head.
The PC
Everybody's
will
head.
see red soon. I'm stopping this Bulls hate agenda soon.
But y'all,
Wendell.
speaking of player development, tomorrow we will be talking about another team that needs to work on their player development. That is the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, boy.
Until then,
Take it like take it.
This division sucks. Yo.
Garbage.
Y'all should just did
The
the
only
division